There we go. We're live.
We are live.
Waiting for it to load up on my screen. Yeah, I see. My phone's telling me that.
Danny should be one of them.
Oh, come on.
I don't know who else.
I'm trying to close this thing out, but it just keeps. Okay, I think. Yep, we're going. We're here. We're working.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, dang! I have to sign in to actually read to type things in the. Oh, I don't need to type things in the chat.
Oh, did you guys see what I posted about One Piece? How cheap it is right now?
Yeah, man, I want Bleach to be that cheap right now.
That's crazy. But it's not Prime. Like, it's not Amazon themselves selling it. It's, I guess, some third party selling it super cheap, but affiliated through Amazon. It's just weird.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, man. I would totally do that if I wasn't already caught up on One Piece.
Yeah, if I was interested in it, it's just too long. It's too much room. Too much room for a series that I don't consider in my top 5, you know? So it's like, if once I move out or once I get my own place or something, when I can have a library, I'll think about it just because of the impact that One Piece has, you know? It's just that important to manga, to anime, that it deserves a place in the collection.
Right.
Just not in my limited collection as of now.
Yeah.
All right, what are we gonna talk about?
I can't wait because I want to start like traveling a little bit and go see different YouTubers, and then you could do that and be like, go like hang out with the person and like see their collection.
That'd be dope.
I'm just reloading the live stream. Hold on. Okay.
Stumps and Spring Sierra on.
All right, Stumps. Hey, man.
Stumps, you don't know who ToasterCat is?
You don't know who Toaster? In fact, it's just a big old J.
That's me. I just got the whole Amanda Show vibe from that.
Damn, Amanda Show, you're taking this back, dude.
Right?
That's like that. That's like the iCarly. People know iCarly. They don't know Amanda Show.
Right. Who's ToasterCat? That's me.
Drake and Josh.
No.
Drake and Josh.
Right? Love it.
That was my show.
That's the best.
I'm actually today's manga of the day. I haven't read anything today. I've been watching. I've been like addicted to a documentary on Netflix, but I'm done with it. So I'm gonna read Nichijou finally.
Oh man, what documentary
get some
was it?
Laughs. It's called The Wolf Pack. Have you heard of it? It's crazy.
What's it about? Like actual wolves?
It's about it's about these group of families, a group of 5 brothers who have been living inside an apartment in New York for their whole lives. Like, they've been homeschooled. So like from the ages of like 3 to 21, 20, around there, they've only gone outside like once a year, 3 times a year. So they just locked it. Their dad has them locked up in there saying that.
Yeah.
So what's up? What are you guys gonna read today?
Oh man, I read. You can go first, AmeskeOHJ.
No, you go.
I finished. I'm getting my days mixed up because I've read like 4 volumes the past 3 days.
Oh, you did the Twitter poll, right? I voted on that. I voted on like all the fucking losing ones. I felt like a scrub. I had no voice.
That's what I was just telling AmeskeOHJ. I was like, I put the Dragon Goes House Hunting on the very first one I did last week, and I was like, nobody voted for it but AmeskeOHJ. I was like, people don't want me to read this one.
Yeah, I'm sure there's just better choices on that poll though, like for people,
Oh man, but To Your Eternity, I read that Monday and Tuesday. Oh, it's so good.
Oh yeah, that's one I wanted to get, but they're also like on the more expensive end, right? Like $11 a volume.
Yeah.
What was it called again?
To Your Eternity.
Oh yeah. I was gonna get that a long time ago, but I kind of passed it up.
Well, like, because that's why I've been doing the polls, is because it's like, if you guys are basically putting the pressure on me and saying, hey, we want you to read this one. So so I was like, okay, well, I read the first volume and it was good, and I didn't know which way it was going because it kind of had like vibes of Fire Punch. I mean, almost snow area, all this stuff, and I was like, okay, well, is that what it's going to be? And then as you keep going, like it just keeps like changing so much, and I was like, this is great.
Hey,
I can't believe it. Yeah.
I got a question. Your new favorite manga.
Do what?
For your new favorite manga this weekend, looks like.
What's my new favorite manga?
No, Stumps just down below. He said he read your new favorite manga this weekend or something. You know, the Nura Rise of the Yokai.
Oh man, if we're talking about because of what I bought recently, Prince of Tennis is probably on the top right now. But I do need to.
Prince of Tennis is a weird one. Like that's like my childhood favorite sports manga, even and anime. When it was on Toonami, that shit, it was dope. Made me want to go out there and with the tennis racket. But have you read it? You've reread all of it?
I saw almost all the anime for it, and then I read maybe the first 10 or so volumes.
Okay, so I don't know where this. I don't know where this is at in the where it contains to like volume wise, but I think it's halfway through. It's not a spoiler or anything, but they add in like a supernatural element, and I'm just like, what's going on? Wait a second, like
because with Prince of Tennis, the other like big sportsy one that was coming out at the time was Hikaru no Go.
Oh, okay.
So and that one was like about Go, but then it had a spirit in it, and you were like, so.
But that's from the very beginning. That's from the get go. With Prince of Tennis, it's just like straight tennis, and all of a sudden these people are able to make like doppelgangers, like Shadow Clone Juice is like, wait a second. Wait, I think that's like the first power. That was like the first power that was introduced. I vividly remember like rereading the series, forgetting about that. I'm just sitting there on like lunch break, and this guy just does a Shadow Clone Juice, and I was like, am I on the right manga? What's going on? It's cool. It's a cool direction to go in, but it just catches you out of left field. Like, all right, but it's cool.
I really like it. I really like it, and you'll probably like it from Vagabond. Whenever he has the tennis racket and he does the hand swap.
Oh yeah,
like a centimeter off the ground, and I was like, that's like a samurai move.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was his name. That was his dad's name. That was his dad's name, right? The samurai? Some shit like that?
So,
yeah. For in Prince of Tennis. Damn, you make me want to go back and read it. I have like 1 to 15. I could probably do it. Probably keep it.
Yeah.
Do you guys know any of the Naruto hand signs off the bat?
When I was a kid, I knew Phoenix Flower Jutsu by heart.
Yeah.
I know like a few of them. Like there's like this, and there's like the rat. I don't know. There's some of the names of different animals for different signs.
That where you cross your 2 back knuckles like a rock.
Mm-hmm.
You have Tiger where it's both sticking up. That's the end of the one that Kakashi uses where he sticks his fingers up the person's butt.
Oh, 1,000 Years of Pain, right?
Yeah.
1,000 Years of Death. 1,000 Years of Death? I think so.
Yeah.
1,000 Years of Death, yep.
And then there's another one where it's just one hand that's up like that. And then the boar is down like this.
Oh, yeah. And then the dog or the snake is like, isn't the snake like this? Oh, this is the monkey.
Yeah, that's one of them. And then the one that you did like that.
And then like the snake.
Oh, let me ask. Since we brought that up, have y'all seen the thing that it keeps popping up on my Twitter like all the time, where the guy's standing behind the kid like at the lunch table, and you see him start doing the Naruto signs, and he just 1,000 Years of Death him, and it's this really skinny kid, and he like lifts him up off the ground, and I was like, what the heck?
No, I haven't seen that.
Nope, I haven't seen that one either. No, we should try to get Stumps on here sometime, dude.
Yeah, ask him.
He's on here most times when we're doing live streams.
Who? Stumps?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can ask him. I don't care.
Well, he's. Yeah, I kind of mentioned it.
Oh, I should probably put something that we have live stream going on, huh?
Stumps, do you want to be a part of the live stream next time?
Next time, yeah, because it's pain in the ass getting all this stuff.
Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know if when we're live if we can even bring people in, because you know the last time we tried to bring ToasterCat in, we were live and I couldn't get anything to work.
Yep. I think we should like start taking turns about who gets to be the moderator, so that way Jingraves doesn't always have to get all this stuff figured out and everything.
I mean, I feel like if I wasn't doing it, I would get rusty, and then it would be like us getting on an hour early to figure out how to do it again.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a laptop with me anymore. I haven't been using it. That's why, like, at the end of my videos, I used to have my captions or whatever. Now I don't have them because I haven't used a computer in a while. So, just kind of goes. The song just goes.
How do I post something? Isn't there a way to like post something on your channel?
Here. Somebody new?
Levy showed up.
Oh, Levy. Oh.
Oof.
Stumps, the next time we would do this is probably 2 weeks from now. We usually get on and talk about the night, who's got the best night and when we can do it together. So
who in the comments has read or is going to read Dragon Goes House Hunting?
Me. I'm going to.
I dead read it.
I actually forgot where I put my volume of that. I'm gonna get sad.
No, actually, I didn't realize when I bought this that this was a 7 Seas manga. I was like, this is my first time having 7 Seas manga.
Oh yeah, 7 Seas.
Oh man, I always pronounce that name as Levy for some reason, and it just gives the character, I guess, more of a thing instead of pronouncing it Levi.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I always thought Levi pants for Levi. I don't know what you just said. You didn't say it now.
Yeah, Levi Ackerman. That's the main boss guy or not boss guy, but the main like big captain guy that's in the Survey Corps for Attack on Titan.
Oh. So, what can you tell me about this volume at with the ending of it, ToasterCat?
Oh, it's like, yeah, don't ask me that one.
What volume? Which one? 20th Century Boys?
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything. You're liking it thus far, right? You're like 100, 200 pages in?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. It has kind of like that. You know those horror movies where like they go back kind of where they kind of go back in time,
yeah,
or whatever. It has that kind of aspect to it. I
like that too. I think that's really interesting. Just seeing everyone grown up, seeing how things have changed. I like the whole theme of how the whole purpose of it is look back at your younger self. Would they be happy with the person you've turned out to be? And that's just like so deep. It's so true. Like, would your younger self be if anything proud of what you're doing now? And I was like, damn, it's pretty fucked up. But I don't want to spoil it because it's like super plot heavy and it's like the whole cult thing that's going on, and I'm really liking that because it's like a mixture of time skip of you seeing characters like 30 years later and a mixture of a cult, and those are like two things that I love.
Or Donnie or whatever.
But yeah, I think it's really good so far. It's living up to the hype.
Right. Hopefully, I'm gonna probably try and get just the single volumes because I like the single volumes.
Crazy.
But I'm probably gonna try and buy those hopefully at the beginning of next year.
We have a lot of people here at this time. Holy cow! I'm just like looking at it, and we have just a bunch of people.
I'm trying to post something on my channel to say that like we're live, we're over here, like a link, but I have no idea how.
Tokyo
probably would have already had to like do the video.
Is it Tokyo ESP? Have you guys read that? Tokyo ESP?
I've heard of it, and there's an anime, right? But I've been wanting to get into it, but I just never do. It's like omnibuses, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, it does kind of intrigue me because it's vertical.
Yes.
I love vertical.
I have read Hollow Fields. Just the first one, though.
Hollow Fields? What's that?
Hollow Fields is about this little girl that goes to a school, and she's supposed to go to this one, and so she ends up like saying, "Oh, I'm gonna like go the fast way. I'm not gonna stick to the road, and I'm gonna go through the park." Well, she ends up going to like this school of science where all the teachers are basically like, I don't want to say puppets, but I mean, they're like just sewn together. Like that's all they are, like skin sewed together with like updated organs they stole from like other students that were from the past, and like robotic parts, like all this different stuff. It's really good.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. Sounds interesting.
It is. I got the omnibus for it for the first one.
Ooh, they're omnibuses?
Oh.
Yeah.
So who's excited for the Berserk hardcovers?
Who's excited for what?
The Berserk hardcovers.
Not I.
I am super excited. Hell of excited. They haven't said the price, right? People are saying like $50.
Oh, really?
Something like that. Yeah.
I think that's what they're saying, because that's pretty much the price of 3 volumes. Essentially, they're trying to get the price of 3 volumes. Retail is like $15 each. They're adding in hardcover, so they're trying to get 50. But I'm assuming on Right Stuff and Amazon, they'll drop it down like 40.
Yeah. Well,
but
somebody
even
told
then,
me that it was going to be. Somebody told me that was going to be 30, and I just commented with that. So yeah, it's not me who says that. I think it was like maybe, I don't know. Somebody said it was going to be 30. I don't know who said that though.
Man, but I bought it when they were having one of their like Christmas sales, so I got it like for dirt cheap. Like I almost got it for like $7 a volume.
I'm still gonna get the hardcovers. I don't care how. I don't care if they're 50 or 40. I'm gonna get them.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. Hardcovers are super clean.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, for I'm one of those people that I always like the paperback more for some reason. Like that's what took me so long to get Vinland Saga, because I was like, hardbacks, that's not manga.
They're so nice though. You haven't read it yet, right? You haven't read Vinland Saga?
No, I haven't.
You need to get onto that.
I'm trying to get done with my current stuff so I can get on, because these two shelves behind me are like all my current or my TBR stuff that I have to get into. I have a little table beside me though, and then like behind the computer there's like volumes. That's why I'm doing the polls, so I can get caught up on everything I've started, and then basically like start new stuff.
Yeah,
it's gonna take you forever. You have so much TBR.
Right, but I mean, I'm kind of going off of like we were talking about before we went live. With Ice Shield 21 and all that. I read Ice Shield 21 and Slam Dunk like back to back, and it took me a little less than 2 weeks to read all of them. So 60 volumes.
Slam Dunk's another one. I think I'm gonna get Ice Shield and then go for Slam Dunk. I've read both. I haven't read Ice Shield, but I've read Slam Dunk. It's just one of those series, when you read it online and you're just like, I don't really want to spend the money to buy something I've already read, but I need to.
Oh yeah, Jingraves. Didn't Danny D? Didn't she get the Busa Rankin from your giveaway?
She got Busa Rankin and she got Ice Shield 21.
How was Busa Rankin, Danny D?
I don't think she started it yet.
Oh, I mean, she's on the stream. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, she hasn't started yet. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. I don't know then. Okay.
Busa Rankin, though, if anybody hasn't read that, you're missing out. Like, that was one of them that I ended up getting my brother. Like, he'll read like the first chapter of a thing, or like the first 3, if he like thinks it's promising. And if it doesn't hook him by the 3rd chapter, he's like, I'm done. I'm not going to read it. And he did that, and I ended up like going away for the weekend or something. I came back. He's like, I'm done. I was like, what do you mean you're done? He goes, I read it all in 3 days. And I was like, yeah. So he read 10 volumes in 3 days. I was like, well, so I wouldn't put it past you, because I usually read a bunch, but the fact that you like stayed up, because he's like, man, I haven't slept in 3 days. I was like, okay.
Yeah, Busa Rankin, I liked it. That was good.
Yeah.
I gotta get that still. So
Busa Rankin
pretty cheap. That's
fantastic.
Yeah. Busa Rankin is one of those series. I call them like eBay series, where you can always find it for like super cheap. Like there's always someone selling Busa Rankin, and you can get the whole complete series, maybe $35-$40.
And it was 8 volumes, right?
10, I think 10 or 8. Is it 8?
Busa Rankin's 10.
It's 10. See right here. I'm on eBay right now, Maskio. 1 to 10, $45 or best offer. 1 to 8, $22 free shipping. That's insane. You just need 2 more volumes. You essentially can get all of them for like $30.
Jeez, that's good. I'm gonna have to get this at some point.
Yeah, but there's no rush. It's always on there.
Yeah. But yeah, with those hardcovers, I might have to have like low manga haul months where when I get those hardcovers, months when they come out, because those are $50. That's like
shoot. Or if are you planning on like jumping in like as soon as you get them and reading them? Because the other thing you could do is, because for sure Right Stuff will do this whenever they come out. If you wait till the end of the year, like Christmas time, it'll probably drop in price hard, and they'll do one of those limited day sales, and you can get on and buy the whole year's worth for probably like however much.
Yeah,
but it'll probably be cheaper doing it that way too.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that then, because that's crazy. But yeah, yeah.
Right. I'm gonna have to buy the first volume just so I can carry it around, and whenever anybody's like super berserk happy, I'll just hit them with it.
I brand you.
Yeah, if it's like this is the best manga ever, you're gonna have to pick something else.
What do you think? Right now? What's your favorite? What's your guys' top one or tie? I'm assuming you guys might have like a tie for top one. Favorite all time right now.
Manga?
Yeah,
like
manga.
Favorite all time or favorite like currently reading?
All time, but right, because it changes. You could say like, oh, my favorite right now is Berserk, and then 2 months from now you could be reading something else, be like, this is kind of my favorite all time. What do you think right now?
It's always between Ajin again and Berserk.
Okay.
You already know what my favorite one is, though. I mean, mine hasn't ever changed.
I forget the freaking name of it every time, because
mine hasn't changed in maybe
10
years or so.
Really?
Yeah. Suikoden 3.
Yep. The name.
I've never read it.
Yeah, I mean, it's got Right Stuff has a really great sell on it because it's one of those that not a lot of people like consider like to be the best, and some people don't like it because it doesn't go off of the video game all the way. But you can get like the first, I think, 6 volumes off of Right Stuff for like I don't know, maybe like $30 for all of them, and then they don't have volume 7, but then you can get 8, 9, 10, and 11 for I think $5 a piece.
Stump says his favorites are Berserk and One Piece.
Berserk and One Piece. It's good picks. Good picks.
I'm gonna have to go get this hardcover Berserk and come find you, Stumps. Now.
You gonna beat him with it?
Yeah, I'm gonna. And then if anybody complains about it, I'll just say Griffith possessed me.
And I'll just wall scroll over there, and I'll beat some.
I will say that Berserk isn't my favorite, but it probably is one of those manga slash the anime movies. I don't think were too bad. The 3 that were released, that gave you the most like visceral, like emotional reaction of just like any other series of just hate and like epic moments. I think Berserk, the 100-Man Slayer, that moment was insane, and when he went against Griffith, that was insane.
How far are y'all in Berserk?
I got pretty far. I think I was almost caught up, but I agree with the people that say that it kind of goes downhill after a certain series. It's pretty epic, but
for me, I love the what is it? It's the arc after the what is it called? That the some of the C. It's the conviction arc. Is that it?
I think so. Yeah.
I love the conviction. I think it's one of my favorite arcs in the manga.
Oh man, I don't pay attention to the name of the arcs, so you'd have to be like,
same.
This event happened at this point. I'd be like, yeah, I know what that is.
It's like the part where Farnese and her brother come in and everything. And
yeah. I love that arc's really good.
Yeah, the only thing like, and I know it's because I'm a dungeon crawler person and I really like dungeon crawlers, but if they incorporated like more like of those magical creatures into it, I think it would be the best. Like, when they did the whole fight against the trolls or the little goblins, and the Kelpie came out of the water from nowhere, I was like, what?
Yeah, the mythology aspect's pretty dope.
Man, you know what scene messed me up? It was that one scene with the I think it was the fairies, and that was just
Oh no, not Super Adult Attack.
That was like when they were kids.
That scarred me. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Currently, though, the I won't like ruin anything, but they do a shout out to like hellhounds, and they have a depiction of somebody as like a hellhound. It's pretty cool.
I'm pretty well. I think last winter I read some of the newest scans, so I know some of like here and there because like I wanted to see what was going on, kinda, and I kind of got an idea of where we were, and we're getting pretty far into it. Actually, we're getting closer and closer to the end.
Yeah, but I mean, he's gonna that's the only thing I'm worried about is if the guy dies before it ends. I really hope. I really hope
I don't
he's
think it's gonna last
from his assistants. Yeah, but I mean, he was already old when he started it.
Yeah.
Like, there's like people that are older than me that are like, I remember when Berserk came out. And I was like, do you? Like, do you? Like, you're 40 something. They're like, yeah, I remember when it came out.
Yeah, what did it come out like 20 years ago? 20 something years ago?
Yeah. 20, 25, something like that. Like, a while.
No. It was 30 years.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn. That's insane. 89, yeah. Holy hell.
Yeah,
I'd say
that's
another 10 years. Or 10 years, 15 years, something like that.
Oh, well, Toaster, you're totally going to have to get that one because, you got all these, you're collecting all the old, like, school ones.
No, but that's like 50s, 60s is like Satoshi, not Satoshi, what am I saying? Tatsumi and what's his fucking Tezuka, but I don't know. I try to get all their stuff, but they're expensive, and it's like I try to look for lots, but it's hard.
Yeah,
people are like inflating the prices, ridiculous.
Yeah, that's why I like. There's a handful of them that I need to get off of Right Stuff, and I'm like, hopefully, Christmas time I can get them because they're almost like between $25 and $15 depending on the volume.
You guys are you getting Wolf? I think you already have it, Jingraves, right?
Wolf, you guys talked about it. Yeah, I have it. It's still in the package after you guys were talking about it, or I found it online for cheap.
Well, I'm trying to get from Right Stuff. Right Stuff doesn't have it in stock right now, and I'm waiting for it to get in stock. I have it on my notifications when it comes in.
So. Man, I would order it anyway because depending on if we're very influential with Wolf, then people will jump on there and order it, and by the time they get it, it'll already be back out of stock.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of pain in the butt playing that game. Like,
maybe I'll try Amazon instead if it's gonna take a long time.
I don't know. I just saw it for like super cheap. I think right now it's going for like $12, $13 with shipping, but I got it for $8 free shipping. So I was like, all right, just gonna order it.
Man, where'd you get it off? I think we need to talk about what ToasterCat just did a video on the inflation prices of certain volumes of manga.
Oh, the 400. That's insane. One of them actually sold because they're not selling for 400 as of now. I checked yesterday, and one of them actually sold. The first volume sold for $100.
Oh my god, that's
crazy.
That's just nasty.
Maybe Berserk the hardcover 50, but nothing more. That's holy crap.
Well, I mean, if it's a really old one, I would even go up to like 60 to 80.
Yeah.
Depending.
If it's really old. But this one literally just came out 2.5, 3 years ago.
Right. And I just got it. I got every volume I got it cheap. Like they're
cheap. They're cheap.
It was on the downhill decline. Like because I got the first one and I got it for like the regular price. and then I got the other 4 or 5 of them, and it was like, I think I got them for like less than $10 a piece. And this was like last year, and I was like, what the heck? Why is that so expensive?
Yeah, it's crazy.
ToasterCat, you have both 20th Century Boys and Monster. Are the covers like these perfect editions? Are they basically the same thing?
No, the 20th Century Boys has that half slip cover, and the 20th Century Boys is way nicer release. Don't get me wrong, the perfect edition is nice and it's great, but when you compare the two, there's no comparison. It looks pretty bad in comparison. But it's 20th Century. I mean, Monster's really good. So.
Well, yeah, and also Urasawa doesn't he also have Pluto as well?
Mm-hmm. Those 8 volumes, but I've been meaning to get into it. It's another series that you have to buy when it's on sale because it's like they're signature editions. So if you get them on Amazon, it's like $12 a volume. So you have to wait for like a Viz sale on Right Stuff.
Yeah. No one. Nobody said anything. I was like, I don't know. My phone.
Never read Berserk. That was the last one.
Never read Berserk. Good. Don't read it. It sucks.
If you were gonna read it, I mean, really, some of the stuff that happens in it, though, I really feel like would deter a lot of people. Like if you told them straight out about like
I always recommend
the fake fairy scene that you were talking about. Like if I had known about that ahead of time, I would have been like, "Fuck this series! I'm never reading this." Like that, scarred me forever. Like,
yep, I know how you feel.
And just like the troll part where like they're raping all the girls, like that reminds me like of Goblin Slayer and all that other stuff. I'm like, what? Why is this being depicted this way?
Yeah, it gets a little bit crazy here. A little bit crazy. It gets really crazy.
It does.
Yeah, it's not for the weak of heart, the faint of heart.
No.
Definitely. But yeah, the thing that I think Berserk has going for it the most is the whole like mythology and like medieval. What is it? Medieval setting, but it's more gothic. It's like a gothic art setting. I think it's really, really cool. But yeah, there's some moments that are they are questionable.
Berserk is that like there's really like, well, at least in the beginning, but they kind of lost it after the eclipse. But there's really no, like, you can't really get attached to anybody, you know, because it's like, you know, you don't know who's gonna die. But now it's like, oh, everybody's gonna survive now because, you know, they have their group and everything, and they're all, you know, they're all alive and still kicking.
Yeah,
still kicking around.
So why do you guys think like everybody says that it's so good when, like, I mean, all of us have read it, and I mean, some of us, AmeskeOHJ, think that it's like great, but some of us think it's like low key. You know, like I would say it's still a good one, but I mean, like when everybody was looking at when I did my top 100, they were like, "Why isn't it on there?" I was like, "It wasn't that good compared to these other 100 volumes, other 100 series." Like, I'm sorry.
I think for me, I'm still kind of still resonating with the backlash afterwards with it. Like, you know, so like eventually I'll probably lose a little bit, just like you guys. But for me, it's kind of like it's not as old for me. You know, I didn't really. I got into it probably maybe 4 years ago. So like, you know, I didn't even know what it was until before then.
Oh man, so same time.
It's a bit more.
Mine was 4 years.
Yeah, I got into it like 4 years, probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, 6 maybe.
I didn't really get into it. I just kind of watched part of the anime. I didn't really get, like, you know, it took me a while it took me to last year to actually read the manga. So, you know, I had no idea. I just knew it was really crazy and messed up.
I got an email from Right Stuff that was funny earlier in the year, and it said, "Hey, you've been with us for like 5 years," and I was like, "Wow."
Yeah. I think with Berserk, the reason why I think it's just the reason why the fan base is so strong, I think, is mostly just purely shock factor. Like if you read it when you haven't read much manga as it is, it's gonna blow you away because nothing does it. Nothing crosses that line, and Berserk fucking jumps over it and starts running like that line of like decency.
Yeah.
And it just shocks people.
Yeah, the thing about Berserk is that is crap. I forgot what I was gonna say now. Okay, the whole thing.
I really want to know, like, because not a lot of people know about it, but Wolfsrim or Wolfsman, you know,
Wolfsman, I think.
Yeah, the guy or it was a chick that did that. The chick who did it was actually one of his assistants.
That makes sense.
Branched out and she goes, "Oh, I'm gonna do my own manga," and that's what she did.
I'm still trying to get it, but I'm not trying to play crazy prices. They're actually
okay. So quick question for you, ToasterCat. Which one's better, Monster or 20th Century Boys?
I haven't completed 20th Century Boys. I don't know yet.
Oh,
this is my first time. This is my first time. My first fucking rodeo with these releases. I'm really excited.
You said Berserker 20th Century Boys?
No, Monster 20th Century Boys.
Oh. I don't know. I need to read it too, so I can give you that.
Oh, really?
I mean, Monster Hardcore is like one of my top 10.
Yeah. Monster's great.
Because even Johan is a good name.
Yeah. Man, that series is. I think Monster, in my opinion, Monster is better than Berserk, and they both have that shock factor. Where Berserk, Berserk, it's more like the shock.
It's not shown in like a battle, kind of thing, versus like where Monster's more mental.
Yeah, and with Monster, you feel like it could be in real life. These sociopaths, these psychopaths, like they're out there walking around, and it's just like this kind of shit does happen.
I'm starting to actually appreciate shonen though, because like if you read enough of like that of more serious manga, you start to get like you ever get kind of a little depressed after reading so much like so much thinking manga, like it's kind of like it's a little much sometimes.
Yeah, that's where I think shonen serves its purpose as a breakaway.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of thinking manga actually like makes you a better manga reader.
That's true. And that's true.
I think it's because it makes you think so hard. Like then when you step away from it, like after reading No Longer Human and 5 centimeters per second and Flowers of Evil, and then stepping away from it and then reading Bleach or Naruto or something, then it really makes you want to be like, is there more to this battle that like instead of it just being a regular battle, you're like, is there more to it? Like when they did the whole ninja war in Naruto, it was like, what else is going on? And then you kind of had like Kabuto and Orochimaru like in the background, and you're like, what is Orochimaru going to come out like at any moment and kill Kabuto? Like it makes you like think more about what's going to happen coming up.
And it's kind of weird because show doesn't require you to think, so like when those things come up, it's like you have to overthink it, and then it's like it's not as good as you wanted it to be. It's kind of a shame with shonen. It's kind of like you expected more out of it because you read more better written stuff. So
I do have to admit though, I just read Bleach 74 the other day, which is the last volume, and I was a little disappointed.
I think everyone's disappointed with that.
Yeah, the fight ended so fast.
I think that whole arc was disappointing.
I agree.
I don't know. It just feels like we've seen Bleach's highs and living in a time when the arc was its lowest of the lows. Maybe not the lowest of the lows, but nowhere near its highs. It's just sad because that's how it's going out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a tarnished legacy in a way.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, do you guys know who had there's like Kento Mira, the creator of Berserk.
Mm-hmm.
He had like 2 other mangas that I saw people have that were like one-shot manga.
Yeah, I have one of them, Gigantomaxia. That one's really good.
Yeah, I need to get that one.
I don't know about the other one. I think I tried to find it online, but I couldn't find it on Amazon.
I think that manga had that.
Oh wait, is it called Japan? I think it's called Japan, right?
Yeah.
I don't know that one. I haven't read it yet, but I want to.
I'm always getting you and that manga kids like your guys' videos mixed up. I don't know why.
If you need to look at any of that, I know you're not supposed to use it as a reference or anything. I totally use Wikipedia because it seems like they load like all that thing like it's useless information on there. but I find so much information on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
No,
that's how I learned manga. I figured out when release dates were.
Yeah, Wikipedia works. Most of them, they're right most of the time. I think people give Wikipedia some bad.
That was one of my favorite videos you did, ToasterCat. I don't know why, but it was like, I'm gonna walk around my work and I'm gonna talk to you about this. And hey, look, there's the moon. And yeah, we're walking.
Yeah, Stumps here says that he was
talked about. Oh shit! That the Japan's like super out of print. No wonder I couldn't find it.
Oh man, yeah. But when you did the Gigantomaxia video, I cracked up. I was like,
I liked that video. I liked how I did it, but I think I unlisted it just because it's simply I don't know if Shueisha owns it. I should look at it if I can put it back on because it's a thoughts video.
Yeah.
You guys know which one came out first? Japan or Gigantom, whatever it's called?
I believe Japan. I think Gigantomaxia is relatively new. Yeah, okay. It says right here 2016 Gigantomaxia. I think it was a break. I think people got really upset when he came out with that. It's like, dude, make more Berserk. What are you doing? Yep. I'm trying to be artistic and with my freedom. It's like, no, make more Berserk. It's like, get off of him.
Yeah.
I think with what he's made already, like, obviously we want an ending. Like, you brought us up on this story, you brought us on this journey, and you're not going to end it. That's shit. But with what he has, he's already like done enough, you know? Maybe do another couple volumes, wrap it up, be satisfied.
I would be happy if there was another 8. That would be it. I think that 8 would be enough for him to go far enough and wrap it up and not have to worry about anything, and it give him enough freedom to do other stuff that he wanted to as he was wrapping it up. Because, you know, sometimes it's like, hey, you have 2 volumes to wrap it up, and it's like night and day.
Like, yeah.
I have one where they did that and they set it up. It's called Kuro Zakuro. And they set it up where this guy's supposed to go fight these 7 warlord people for jewels. He fights the first 3. Yeah, he fights the first 3, and after that, you find out one of the other warlords got tired of waiting and killed off the other 3, so now he's got their 3 jewels or whatever they're supposed to collect. And he goes up to do the final fight with the guy. I was like, this is horrible.
Yeah, that's so bad.
Yeah, I hate ones that do that.
Yeah, but like he said, it like Stumps just said, it was canceled, so you really can't do much with that. But to be fair, it wouldn't have been canceled if the quality of the series didn't deteriorate as it did. Like, in a way, like, it's fucked up to say it's his fault, but the series did get worse. There's that one arc right after they defeated I don't know. Should keep going. There's this one arc. I think it's like 50 volumes in, where like that arc is just known for like people quitting the series then, and the sales just drop down so bad that
Hikamundo.
Fullbring.
There you go. Fullbring arc. That arc was just like the sales depleted, plummeted, and what can you do? What can Shonen Jump do? Like, yo, you're not making us money anymore. Like, sorry, it's fucked up because they've made you so much money, but you have to look at it both ways. What can you do?
I mean, but he kind of went down like real hard, like just changing it up because, I always go off of countries when you look at it, because if you do look at it, like, you can tell that it's all different countries. Whenever he did the Japanese arc, the Serite arc, whenever Ichigo first went in to the Soul Society, like, that was like the biggest thing. Then you kind of had Hikamundo, where it was like Spain, because everything is Spanish basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I mean, that one, I feel like it lost some of the hype, but he could have brought it back from there and still made it like great. I feel like you also needed, if you watch Supernatural, have you seen Supernatural?
Heard a lot of things about it, but it's too long. It's like 13 seasons or something.
So what they do, and it's always a shout out to season 1, is they will go and have fights, and then there's like a random monster that comes out, and they have to figure out how to deal with that. And I feel like if they would have done that in Bleach more, where there was like a random, we went back home and Hollows attacked, and you have to figure out all these different Hollow abilities, then it would have lasted longer. but you went from Japan to Spain. After that was the Fullbringer arc, where it was clearly America.
Yeah, and then Germany would be the last one, right?
And Germany was the Stern Readers and everything, and I was like,
That's cool though. If you put it that way, I see what he could have done with that. Like that is a dope premise, but he didn't do it properly. He didn't elaborate on it enough.
Really, if you read the last arc with the German part, I guess it was you had somebody that had an ability, the big like god thingy that was in the Soul Society that held everything in existence was called like Kyo. Well, you had one of the guys that was under Yawich, which was called the right hand of Kyo. Then you had Ukitake, who had the left hand of Kyo, which was the shadow ability thing that he had. And they actually saw Kyo because that's who they attacked to start making the palaces fall out of the sky. And then it was like, okay, well, Hikamundo and one other place were supposed to be the other two legs of it. Like that would have been cool, but he didn't present everything as good as he should have to actually give us that last final arc, because it would have been cool to see an almighty being come out and you find out like, hey, his arm is the Soul Society, his other one is the Stern Readers, one of his legs is Hikamundo, and the other leg is the regular world Earth, and he's here, and whatever else is going to happen with it, But we didn't get that part.
Oh yeah. I have a quick little game I want to kind of play. A little quick one. Okay, so where in Bleach do you think where do you think in Bleach it should have ended? Like where in Bleach do you think it should end? Like best place?
After Aizen, after defeating him in the what's that? The Karakuri Town arc or whatever? I think right there.
Yeah, the Hikamundo one.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'd say probably after the Soul Society. I think you should just end it right then.
I would have said after the Fullbringer arc, because I really wanted to see Ichigo get his powers back. But after that would have happened, there would have needed to be a more successful arc that came out afterward.
Yeah, I think with that arc, what was it called? The where they defeated Aizen. That was just it, because he's like the opponents, the antagonists that we've been like building up for the longest time. He's defeated. Ichigo doesn't have powers anymore. People are happy. That's it. Like, but people wanted more, obviously, and he gave him more. He made more money.
What about guys? So what about Naruto? Where should it have ended?
After Pain, they should have just wrapped up the rest of the Katsuki, done the Sasuke thing, ended it there. Pain was just like the highlight. They needed to end it like shortly after that, because that was honestly, Pain was fucking amazing. That shit made me cry.
Yeah,
that was good.
I mean, with that, I would have to say where they did, because like you knew that Zetsu was like there for some reason, but he never played like a big role. So I think they should have went with a different idea than they ended it with. But Zetsu definitely should have played a part that made him just as good without putting I can't remember her name, Kaguya. I think that's who it was. The crazy, the last boss person. I think if they would have changed that, it would have been better. Like if Zetsu was actually like one of Orochimaru's experiments, and Zetsu like branched out and said, forget you, Orochimaru, I'm doing my own thing, and he basically like started another like ninja war after the one that just happened. Like that would have been great.
So what about for Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball. It should have ended there.
I haven't kept up with. I haven't read Dragon Ball Z in so long. I never even read it. I just watched the anime when I was a kid, and didn't feel like going back.
I would say like I wish they did like they had Goku come back and they ended it right at the Cell arc. That would have been awesome. That would have been just the perfect time. Just end it right there.
Yeah, probably. And looking at it, it's not even that long when compared to shonens, especially if you split up Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. It's only like 26 volumes. Like if he would have ended it, say 6 or 8 volumes earlier, like it's not even that big of a difference. You already cemented yourself as a fucking master, and you're making all these animes, all these toys. You're set. You don't really have to go any further. And now we have Super.
Right.
Here's a good one. Okay, so how about Berserk? But say they wrapped it up. They were able to wrap it up at the end of any arc. Well, where would you say was? Where do you think they should end it at there?
For Berserk?
I don't know. That's a hard one. I think that's the hardest one of all of them, just because with how Griffith and how the gap between power levels there.
Honestly, as I got 2 opinions on it. So, as a person that would want to screw everybody over, I think it should have ended after the Awakening arc where Griffith got the power, and then if it just ended there, it was like you have no way of like winning or anything, and then everybody would be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this happened." Oh, it would be like a complete like mind fuck.
Yeah.
But I would say probably. I mean, we'd have to have a fight with Guts and Griffith, though. I would say probably. I don't know. That is a hard one because I like the armor one where he got the wolf armor from the skeleton guy.
Yeah, I think they should have I don't know. Like, I feel like they could have gone and like made the Golden Age arc one big arc, and like gave Guts' death like real deep meaning, and like ended off with like his death and like have some sort of like dark ending like that. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that gives the whole premise of the Berserk arc, the Berserk in general, where you feel like just because he's the hero doesn't mean he's going to win. Heroes don't always win, and heroes aren't always the strongest.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I mean, on the other side, there's Griffith, so yeah.
Yeah.
True. I mean, how many times has Goku lost and then come back?
But to be fair, it's Guts' fault, right? You should just fucking let that dude rot in jail. It's your fucking.
I
Don't
mean,
go back.
Like we could say that for like any hero. Like they all try to be like a good guy, and then it happens. Like if you ever watch like there's like I think it's a documentary thing that you can watch, but it's like a movie or a cartoon documentary. They basically like put everything on Batman or Bruce Wayne. Like they were like, if he would have never become Batman, like he wouldn't have had any of these villains like pop up.
Because they appear because of him, right? That's the same thing with Dragon Ball. Isn't the ending of that Goku was the reason why villains were attracted to Earth because his power level scaled out the planet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then didn't they do that twice? Once with after the Cell Saga, and then after the GT as well. They did it twice with that whole scenario.
Yeah, it's just an ongoing premise of just like these people, strong opponents are attracted to strong opponents, So he keeps attracting these evil people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
With that, I think that Dragon Ball was probably. I don't know. There's just a different vibe that Dragon Ball has. It's really good that Dragon Ball Z doesn't, and that's why I like Dragon Ball more than Dragon Ball Z. If that makes sense.
That's true. Some says that Griffith is seen as the good guy and Guts is seen as the bad guy. That's true, but everybody knows Guts is the good
guy. I think maybe Third Gear or somebody else did like a thing on that, like going into it and talking about it.
Yeah. Though the new Griffith, the resurrected whatever version of Griffith, he could be a good guy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people go back to the whole thing of why couldn't Griffith keep it in his pants? So, and that's kind of funny for people
How I feel that is just like Griffin's like the ultimate narcissist, where it's just like everything revolves around him. He's like, why do you get this? Like I should get everything. You don't get her. I get everything. I have to have everything.
Right.
And that's the whole breaking point, right? Because he wanted to have everything. Guts proved that he couldn't. You can't own me. You know, I'm stronger than you, and he just fucking snapped. He was like, I'm not. What? But I'm Griffith. I get everything. I get everything that I want. He's like, no, you don't. You just fucking snapped.
Yeah. And it seems kind of like if you've ever read one of those like high school mangas where like the person's like the preppy person, like the president, they're in all these clubs, they do all this stuff, and it's like, I rule the school, and then you have that one like miscreant character that's your hero that comes in, and it's like they like totally downplay everything and, oh well, don't worry about it, da da da, and then the person just goes berserk because they're like, oh my god, you're not fitting into the cycle that I've worked so hard to create.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go back and talk about Stumps made a comment earlier. He said Toriko got canceled around the same time Bleach did and got canceled.
Yeah.
So, but Toriko is really good up until the end.
But Shonen Jump, like around that time, they're trying to get rid of a lot of series, so because they had so many new ones coming in. I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make room for the newbies. Which is kind of sad.
I really liked what Toriko did because every like new creature thing was actually drawn by a fan. Like the guy only ended up making maybe 20, 30 creatures that were in the world. Everything else was like a fan art that they submitted. And he said, hey, I'm going to incorporate this into my work. So like you read every page and it says, this idea came from XYZ, so it was really cool seeing that.
So, I know it's kind of off topic, but you guys like Halloween?
Halloween? Yeah. Yeah, Halloween's dope.
Horror movies galore.
No, okay. That's where you get me. I don't like scary movies. Can't. I'm too
I like gore. I like horror movies.
I'm too jumpy. Like I get really scared even in regular movies. Like when the climax hits and someone's gonna get shot. And like I'm not scared of the blood or I'm not scared of like knowing someone dies, but just the impact of it all just makes me jump. And it's just like everything jump scares me. So I'm like I can't watch horror movies.
Jump scares get me, but that's just kind of your fight or flight thing kicking in.
I think my flight is too strong.
Yeah, but I used to fall asleep watching horror movies like all the time, and it all goes back to when I was little. My sister screwed me over like royally. Whenever I was little, she would have to babysit me, and then she would like start hitting on the walls and stuff where I couldn't see her behind me, and she'd be like, every day was like a different thing, like aliens are in the house or werewolves are getting in, and the worst one she ever did, I think it was aliens, and they could read like your body temperature. So we like ran in the room and locked the door, and she's like, they're gonna come get us because they know our body heat. And we both got in the shower fully clothed and freezing cold water, and I was like, oh my god. But then it was real bad. What some of her friends did a haunted house, and they ran up and grabbed her, and she's like, are you going to come save me? I said, no. Yeah, it just totally I was like, it all finally clicked at that point, like, hey, I'm not scared, but they never came to get you, so you're going to be okay.
So you guys have any good haunts near you?
I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't really gone out really since I was younger. I mostly just stay home and give out candy.
I usually do that too, but I think I'm gonna try to get out to a haunt this year. I miss them. They're scary.
Oh, that's true. I should. There's a bunch of Juji Ito manga I don't have for Halloween. I should probably do like a fucking haul for it.
Oh yeah,
that'd be appropriate.
Read it. Be like, hey. You should get like a Hugh Hefner like red robe and a fake pipe and sit there and read it and like do live streams throughout the night, like turn it on, and then you'll like sit there and take your pipe out and start talking about the manga you've been reading. Oh, that would be hilarious.
And slowly just a descent into madness towards the end of the night, like I'm fucking hearing things.
Yeah. Oh man, and then you could put like black makeup on, like you were like getting like crazier and crazier as it went. That would be crazy.
That'd be cool. Maybe I'll do something like that. I should order some for Halloween. They're pretty pricey though, but they're hardcover, so I just
like I was saying, you should put some cutouts, some anime cutouts of some hot chicks out of your background. There you go.
Actually, there's a new one coming out the 16th of October. I have that pre-ordered. It's called Frankenstein by Junji Ito, right?
Me too.
Believe so.
Yeah. I got it pre-ordered too. I can't wait.
Junji, whatever it's called. I don't know.
Junji Ito.
Yeah, Junji Ito is the guy that writes it. He's kind of like the guy that writes Monster. Like it's not Monster, it's the dude's name, Monster. You know, Junji Ito does it. He's like Junji Ito's Frankenstein.
Yeah, his name is so well known by now.
Yeah, Junji Ito's Dissolving Classroom, like, which I didn't like Dissolving Classroom, but a bunch of his other ones look pretty good, and I really hope the Frankenstein one is like spectacular.
Hopefully. Oh, what I want to talk about is I saw your haul. Shout out to AmeskeOHJ's haul. When was it uploaded? A couple days ago.
Yeah.
Mine or his?
Ameskeo. He just did one. You did one too. In his one though, he had Arsalan. I want to read that. Is it good?
Oh, it is my second favorite show right now. It is so good. It's
really
FMA.
Right.
Yeah, the only reason I wanted to get into it because just after reading, obviously Fullmetal Alchemist is great. Silver Spoon I thought was amazing, and I was like, wow, well, like anything she does is amazing. So
it's good. You should check out the anime too. The anime is so good. I watched it first. It is so good. And you want to know a fun fact?
Mm-hmm.
The dubbed, the people who did the dub for FMA, like Edward and Albert and Alphonse, they do the voice for the English one. They do the voice for the main protagonist and his like cousin, the main bad guy.
Oh, that's cool. Keeps continuity even fucking after.
Yeah. Did you look at getting Hero Tell AmeskeOHJ at all?
I was looking for that too. Now. On eBay, they're going for like $5 a pop. But I'd rather get Arsalan and then get Hero Tell, just because I'd want to be caught up, right? And I've heard it's good.
I would, if I were you, I'd probably do it because I don't know how crazy that'll be. Arslan might stay with us for a while because I feel like it will because of Fullmetal Alchemist. Hero Tale is only 5 volumes though.
Yeah.
I grab my charger a minute.
But I like how his art style, like almost all of his characters look like a different character, and I like that.
Yeah, but if you look at like everyone's like has a super different trait, but they carry over through different series, like
Yeah.
This guy will just like the big buff guy will look like the big buff guy in the next one, so you can kind of see like, oh, I've seen this character before, so it doesn't feel too new.
Yeah, I feel like this guy's familiar.
Will they be? Yeah, I think it's worth it to wait. He said, "Is it worth waiting for the Berserk hardcover?" We don't know if they'll be releasing the whole series because it depends on sales. So if you want them to release the whole series, the best thing you can do is support it.
Yep.
And if anything, if they don't release the whole series, like it sucks and you wasted your time, but you can probably resell them for what you got them for, if not higher, because they're going to be like a limited edition thing. So you could get your money back and then invest in the singles, if anything. But I'd recommend the hardcovers. Just they look so nice.
Yeah, hopefully they don't do that thing that Migs had a video about Fairy Tail.
But
only having like 4 come out, and I was like,
I'm not sure about that though. Did they ever announce that they stopped? I just thought that they were taking a really long time because the release cycle is like a year. I don't know if they ever say they stopped.
I don't know because usually like it's about every 4 or 5 months that they release an omnibus.
Yeah.
You know how often they're gonna release the Berserk hardcovers?
To what?
Oh no, I don't know it.
Yeah, like if they start like getting like up there in the releases and then they just stop making them. I kind of feel that way with Vagabond right now with the Viz Bigs. Because that's what I have, and there's like 2 more books out, but they're not going to release one until a 3rd book comes out. So I'm like, I really need them to release another book so I can have my 13th Viz Big of Vagabond.
So you get the singles, man. You want singles? Why don't you get the singles of Vagabond? They're so good.
I already read Vagabond on it when I read Scans. It's how I found out about it.
Yeah, same.
And I just loved it. Well, I was like, I'm going to get these Viz Bigs, and so I got them up to, I think, volume 5, and then the rest of them I had to read.
Stumps. Yeah, I know that the Arslan is it's an adaptation from an actual novel. I know that. I knew that going into it.
That's the same case for Vagabond. It's an adaptation of what's Musashi, but it's their own take on it in a way. Like Vagabond is an adaptation, but it's not word for word like exactly what happens. Like even in the first, I'm reading Musashi right now. Even in the first like 3 pages, it's so much different. Like just the character of Musashi and Vagabond in the actual manga series, he's more of like a beast, like a dog, like a rabid dog. And in Musashi, he's like more tamed already. And already in Vagabond, he gets really philosophical with like his ideals and whatnot. But that doesn't happen until later on. And in Musashi, he's already that way since the very beginning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, quick thing. I know you guys both have this manga. It's called I keep forgetting the name. It's something. It's Blades. The something of eternal.
Oh, Blade of the Immortal.
Yeah, there you go.
Good. Yeah, really good.
Any good?
Yeah, that was really good.
I don't own that
because I've been hearing about that manga since like the Code Provider, like early days when he was like doing his YouTube stuff.
Yeah, I don't have it, but that is definitely on my list. I hope I can get it soon.
Yeah, I have the first 4 omnibuses, and I've read the first 4, so I'll be getting 6, 7, 5, 6, and 7 pretty soon. I think 7's barely coming out in October. Really, really good. I wouldn't recommend just buying one though, because I think you have to get 2 omnibuses, because the first one is it's pretty good, but the second omnibus is where it really starts kicking off. And it's one of those series where you have to like bad guys too. Like it's like Batman. You know how a lot of people like the villains. It's like the same thing. The villains are really integral, and like you have to kind of be okay with liking a bad guy. If not, you're probably not gonna like the series.
Yeah, I've heard of that one for a long time, so I just want to know. This guy asked if why the camera's so close. I just gotta. I'm trying to see what's going on over here, making sure my camera's not like going off side left and right. So small little teeny image of myself, so I gotta kind of keep it kind of close.
Yeah, I need to get Blade of the Immortal though. Yeah, I'm sure it's almost like Vagabond in the aspect like you almost have to buy like all 10 omni or 12 omnibuses of Vagabond because you start reading it and then
you can't stop.
Yeah.
Same.
That's why Vagabond like in my top 100 like way up there on it because of how good it is.
You know what manga we haven't talked about actually at all since we started doing these live streams, Jingraves?
What?
7 Deadly Sins.
Ooh, let's not talk about that.
We've mentioned it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it. I really liked it in the beginning, and then I stopped because it was just.
Well, I gotta give you that because I'm only volume 13 right now, so I
think I liked the first 15, 16, like the main arc, the first main arc, because I love the world, I love the setting, it's amazing, and I love the power system, and I was like getting really into it, and then later on in the series, no spoilers, but it's just the power creep and the consistency of power levels is just really, really badly handled in my opinion. But you'll find out for yourself if you like it or not.
Have you gotten where they talk about the 10 Commandments yet?
Yeah, I got.
I'm at that point. I'm at that point right now where Gallon just just wrecked everybody. In that,
yeah, do you just kind of see that how they just popped up and were like super fucking strong?
Yeah, that was cool.
That's
Galahad,
cool, but
the lanky like metal armor guy with the big lance.
He's like the big like halberd, right? Is that him?
Yeah.
I like that because like you introduce characters that are super strong. I don't like how they caught up to them in a way. Like I like training camp arcs in a way. Yeah.
Old classic shonen thing where they kind of like just automatically just get up to that point. Like,
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I didn't
mind as much of this manga as like there's manga like Fairy Tail where it's like I hate it, but like this one's okay I think because they
you take that back right now, AmeskeOHJ. Fairy Tail is great.
What?
I said you take that back right now. Fairy Tail is great.
But the power ups are like they're not similar to the other shonen styles. That's the only thing. They like their power ups are like based on.
I would have to say the power up system in Seven Deadly Sins reminds me a lot of the whole Scouter thing in Dragon Ball Z though, where it was like, oh my god, what's his power level? You know?
Yeah, I hated that.
Yeah. I like the numbers. I like the number aspect. I just don't like how they correlate the numbers to the people. Because the numbers are cool. Like, oh, you're this number. Cool. You're giving me a basis onto which I can determine how strong people are. I don't like the jumping around in power. Like, oh, you're a 5. All of a sudden, 2 volumes later, you're a 3,000. It's like, I don't really like that. I'm not a fan of that. I like consistent growth.
Well, the good thing is the manga will be ending next year, so we'll probably get around 40 volumes altogether.
That's good. That's a good number. That's a good number to end on. I think anything over that, it gets a little like.
Well, right now, what's going on is really good, and I've actually like really liked it. You know, of the 10 Commandments, you know, one of them is like the first fairy king, and the other one's the first giant king. And
yeah, that's pretty cool.
So they had to figure out all that stuff, and you know, figure out how they were going to do different stuff. And you find out that Meliodas' brother is actually the strongest person because the king of hell or whoever it is actually like gave him part of his power to come defeat Meliodas. And so it's like, so everybody else, after you like get to that point, you're kind of like everybody else was just weak. Like there wasn't any point for them to even really be there, except for entertainment. You know, the big fight's going to be with Meliodas' brother.
The thing about Seven Deadly Sins though is that like it's for me, the action is cool. But it's really like the whole family aspect of the seven, like how they have like so much connection and everything.
Yeah, the group.
Really, I love that.
Yeah, I like that in a way where you feel like at the end of the series it is gonna have a happy ending and they're just all gonna be on top of that pig drinking and like talking about their adventures. You know, that's a series where honestly it could end like it could always keep going because like new bad guys come out. You know. But that's a nice knowing that like when it ends, it's not really over because something could happen. But let's just end on a peaceful note, on a peaceful day. Like this isn't the last year.
It's kind of like Fairy Tail if it were good.
I think the problem with Fairy Tail is it didn't have a unique plot. Like it's just the same rehashed thing. It's a cycle. It's like bad guys come in, you defeat most of them, then you have to group up to defeat the big one.
You might not like one that then.
I think the part.
You know, One Piece and Fairy Tail, how they both tried to like do their setting, is you didn't see like you saw their growth, but you didn't really see it. Like you, as you're reading it, you don't really like comprehend that they're growing, and then you get to like a fight scene and you think about like way back when they fought these other small fry guys. You're like, how did they get here? And then you kind of think back and you're like, oh my god, how did they got here because of something. And Fairy Tail and One Piece both do the exact same thing in that aspect.
The only thing I can say that One Piece has it's way better is they establish really strong characters from the get-go, and we're not even where the crew is now, they're still not stronger than those. Like Mihawk was introduced so early on, and how many volumes has it been, and we're still not at his level yet, or arguably close to it. I'm not sure if people are arguing if they're there, if Zoro's as strong as him yet, but I'm pretty sure he's still not.
Up to date?
Yeah, up to date.
Up to date, after they did the time skip, Zoro is supposed to be up to his level. That's why he's not in the Warlords anymore.
You think so? You think he's at his level?
Yeah, I mean, because the only thing he had going for him was really, if you think about it, was the Hawkeye. Or
The hockey? The hockey?
That's all he really had, and nobody else knew what that was. Well, now Luffy and Zoro have it all the time, and they're like, they have the King's one or whatever, and if you walk around and you don't know like how to like defend against it, like they automatically instantly knock you out.
Yeah, but now all the foes that were reaching to this point have it or know about it. You know, that's the only thing. Like, well, they established why, because like in the East Blue, suppose where they start, everyone's like super weak, right? And then like in the other oceans, you're like exponentially stronger. And I don't know. I like One Piece. I'm not crazy about it like everyone else, but I do think it's really, really, really good.
Yeah.
I've never read One Piece, so I have no idea.
I think you'll really like it. It's just really, really long.
The only thing I hate from the big three and then everything else is when they forget about minor characters they had before.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wanted to bring it up earlier when we were talking about Bleach, but Don Kanoji, like, you know, we hadn't seen him since like the first arc, and I had just totally like thought, what if he was a thing or did anything? You know, you could totally bring old characters back and make like something better out of it. Which is another.
I forgot about him. I literally forgot about him until you mentioned him. Holy cow!
Well, that's one of the good things that One Piece does, right? Isn't a Crocodile back and everything? Like he showed up recently, or semi-recently, compared to where he was at.
He's kind of on the back burner.
Yeah.
But like when we fought, it was still in like arc 1 when we fought Arlong, the fish guy.
Yeah.
That had the giant sword. You know, now we're not getting him, but we had like Howdy Jones and everybody else that was with them underneath the sea. So it's kind of like you get a shout out for him and he gets brought back up even though we didn't see him.
Yeah, Oda's really good at that. His world is he's really good at not leaving a character behind in a way, like out to dry. I think I really like that about him. And then it makes the world that much bigger when events happen and all these characters come back. You're like, wow, I remember him from this. I remember him from this, because it's all building up to a giant war, right? There's going to be a war that is 100 times bigger than Marineford or whatever. So when he does that, I think that's going to be like pretty close to the end of One Piece. It's going to be like, damn, ended like this. Great way to go out.
I hope so.
Yeah, what's up?
I hear you didn't like Dr. Stone.
What happened? I didn't hear it.
I heard you didn't like Dr. Stone.
I didn't think the first volume was amazing. I like kind of where it's going with it, and like everyone's saying that it gets better, and I do, because I really like the main guy. He's really cool, but I didn't like the side characters. I especially didn't like the strong guy. I feel like he was like the really strong guy, the one that was like able to beat a lion or whatever. I just think he was so like, as of what we've seen, it was just so like one dimensional. Like, this is me, this is what I want, I'm trying to get this. Like, as of now, he hasn't really showed me any other layers than I'm a very strong guy, I do this is the way I want it, and shit like that.
I really think that he's not even going to be around long. I think he's just one of the starting villain people where he's going to be a quick win and then move past him. Like, I really don't think he's even like that big of a thing in it, you know.
I never mind. I don't want to spoil it for you because I kind of know some things.
There you go. I think this actually reminds, you know what that reminds me of? I was thinking, like, I've seen a character just like this before. Have you guys heard of a Cage of Eden? Did you ever read that?
I've heard of it.
I haven't gotten to read it yet, but yes,
there's a character that's like just like him in that series, where he's like the super strong guy that like beats everyone up, and we're in a setting where it's all like primitive. So like the strong guy that can fight people is pretty much like on the top of the hierarchy now, and then you have to like learn.
Whenever we get to this shelf right here, I'm gonna have to read it.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah, I think it's actually right here. I think that's where it is, right there.
She should get. Wait, the ones behind you, the two behind you, are to be read, or which ones are they?
Yeah, everything here is to be read. The thing that's on the side table right here beside me and behind the computer are like my current TBR. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to. All that's like stuff that I've read before, and I haven't finished the series though. So I'm trying to like do that to catch up so I can get into all this stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I see Vinland Saga up there.
It's a great one.
You know how funny. You know how funny it is when people are watching a live stream and then they send me a message on there and say, "Hey, is that such and such behind your head?" And I was like, "Yeah, it is." I'm like,
Yeah,
you guys have to have like really freaking good eyesight to even tell some of those mangas.
Well, the ones for sure.
Vinland Saga.
Yeah, Vinland Saga and Ubel Blatt are like pretty obvious.
Yeah.
But those are because of they're like super different. You haven't read Ubel Blatt, right? I think I only read like the first couple chapters. I thought it was pretty okay.
Haven't.
And you picked them up for cheap, or did you buy them on release?
I got them pretty cheap. I bought them from somebody, and they sold them to me for pretty cheap. The only one I had to buy after that was Volume 10.
Damn, that's pretty good because they're pretty expensive. That's why I've never checked it out.
I think I got those, and I got up to Volume 11 or 12 of Animal Land. And I said, hey, like if I order these together, I said, can you cut me a little bit of a deal? I said, I'm very interested in them. I said, you know, I'd like to know if I can get them a little cheaper. And I was like, how low can you go? And they're like, I can go as far as this. I said, okay, well, I can go as high as this. I said, let's just meet in the middle. And so we met in the middle, and I think I ended up spending for all of both of them, I think I spent $120.
Oh, that's really good.
Sorry, I'm just feeling the embossment on this. I like how embossed the lettering is on that.
Right.
I like embossment. I don't know why. It just feels really.
I'm gonna take a side note to manga real quick and I don't know if you guys like any of this stuff. So the Monster Girl encyclopedias, they're really good. I mean, not if you've read any of them, they get kind of raunchy on each creature because it talks about like their habits and everything. Like if you were watching an animal documentary, but like the history parts that are in them, like how they make the universe, is really good. And I really want Volume 3 to come out. Well, Book 3, you know, they don't have volumes, but it's really good. Y'all make me feel weird. Y'all didn't say anything about that.
What happened?
I said y'all make me feel weird about that. Y'all didn't say anything about it at all.
I'm not into ecchi, but I see the appeal. I see why people want it, but I just can't get myself to.
Yeah, well, somebody told me the other day that because they'll give you the picture of the person or of the creature or whatever, and then they'll give you their synopsis. And like instead of just telling you, some of them have a little picture in the bottom where it shows them in some kind of pose.
Some kind of pose?
Some kind of pose.
Are you able to show those poses right now on this live stream?
No.
Hey, Jingraves. Action bastard.
Kind of a raunchy pose. Oh, action bastard. Oh. Love it. That's the best. I can't.
Oh, maybe I should bring this up. Oh, I remember I was talking to Lil Holly, and I told him about the live streams and stuff, so we should probably see if we can get him on here future time. But what he wanted to do is he said like a community channel.
That's funny. I asked him about that too.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say in the beginning. That's why I said in the beginning when we first began doing these. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, we'd have to be really close knit in that though.
That'd be. Yeah. I don't know. Well, we could just start an email, everyone share it and whatnot. But I don't know. I don't know how that would work because as it is, what would we do on there that we aren't already doing on our own channels and like tag videos essentially?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how that would work, but we'll see.
Yeah,
in the future.
We can always.
I don't know, or do like a podcast together and use that one.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that a hamster? No, this is Toro from
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's funny that you said that because I asked Lo Holly about doing some stuff too because me and him like almost have most of the Shonen Jump magazine together. And yeah, I have it all, but I was asking him, he goes, I'm like maybe 20 magazines short or something. I was like, man, that's pretty good. So, and I asked him, kind of about doing some live streams, but I think we kind of talked about doing videos that were related to the Shonen Jump magazine, and then posting them at the same time.
That'd be cool. We'll see. We'll see what happens, if anything. But for sure, these live streams are cool. Talking about random manga and shit.
We have to get Stumps in here and Lil Holly, right?
Yeah.
Well, essentially anyone who wants to jump in, right?
Yeah.
Spring
more the merrier.
A lot of people who want to get in here are on the other, like, on a weird time. You know, they're on a, like, they're sleep while we're awake, you know, kind of thing.
We're
kind of like Migs and.
So the big question would be, how many people is too many people?
Probably any more than like 6 or 5. I think 5 or 4 would be the main thing.
So we're gonna have an adventuring party. There we go.
Yeah, because any more than that, it's just like.
Yeah, but if
it's
we
just hard
do that,
with talking.
We should like theme our streams if we have more than like 3, 4, 5 people, whatever. We should start like theming it, like what we're gonna do in the video, in the live stream. That way, it's a little more structured, you know.
Yeah.
That way, all over the people are like, you know.
So, AmeskeOHJ, question for you.
Yeah.
Are you excited how big your 10 questions like blew up on the manga community?
That was crazy. I saw that, and then I came back and answered those questions. But next month's tag is gonna be fun.
I don't even think I got tagged, so I never did any of those.
Join in if you want to. Still, anybody can join in. No, it's basically open to anybody.
Man, it was crazy. I had somebody like pop up on mine, and I was like, I don't even know who this is. Like, I mean, it was another big manga tuber that I'd never like heard of, which was weird. And they popped up and they were like, "Oh yeah, da 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 da," and I was like, "You're doing AmeskeOHJ's 10 questions?"
Got around.
I'm surprised like Base Jalarin, because like, you know, it's kind of a cool person.
Yeah, I feel like it was one of those grenade things. Like, you threw it out in the middle and it just like blew up, and now everybody's doing a part of it.
You know who I would like if Insidious Sweet ever joined the tag, and I would be like, yeah.
Say that one more time.
I said that if Insidious Sweet ever like somehow got into one of my tags I made, I would be like, yeah, because I never actually talked to Insidious Sweet before, so it's kind of cool.
You know how weird that is, though. So I think you and I talked about it last time. You've never talked to Insidious Sweet, but I've kind of talked to Insidious Sweet, and I was like, this is kind of weird. Because we talked about Wana and the Dragonoots thingy, that one, and he's like, this sucks, and I was like, well, I'm gonna stick with it, so I'll let you know how it is. And so it's weird because we kind of talk, but then I feel like after I told somebody that I had 4,000 volumes or whatever around that, and I feel like after that he hasn't said anything to me, so I wonder if he's intimidated. I didn't mean that.
I don't know. I just think probably with just the amount of comments he gets, I don't know. I don't get that many. I get enough to where I see all of them. And like only recently I've been having this problem where before I would get notifications for every single comment, and now I don't anymore. So it's like a struggle.
Me neither. Like that too. I don't know why it's not showing me. I'm like,
mine's always been that way though. Like it'll give me like even if people subscribe to me, I only get like half the people that it says, hey, such and such subscribe to you, and I was like, okay.
Same. Like I'll post a video like let's say I have a video like it's from like 3 weeks ago. Like I'm not checking on it anymore. I only check on like the videos I post recently, like, oh, new comments or whatever. So I'll go check on an old video and I'll see a comment that some guy wrote 3 days ago, and I just never replied to it. And I feel bad, but it's not because I don't want to. It's just I don't see them.
Yeah, you don't see them regularly.
Yeah, I don't go back to like old videos and be like, I wonder if any new people comment on this one, you know, because I'm so like wrapped in the new videos, like what I just posted or whatever.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
A lot of videos.
What happened?
Like you give like somebody like 3 chances, like, and if you see them like comment on your videos like 3 or more times, and you're like, yeah, I can accept this person as a person to talk to and a friend and all that, stuff like that. Because there are some people that I get, and they're like, I only hear from them once, and I'm like, what are they doing? Like, and they try and tell you like they're your biggest fan, and I'm like, I haven't even been on YouTube that long to have a biggest fan.
Yeah, I try to respond to everyone and like be nice and everything to everyone, like how it is. But I just feel bad that there might be some people that feel like, oh, they leave a comment from a video like a month or so ago and I never replied. They're like, oh, this guy doesn't care. It's like, I do care. I just don't get notifications. And how am I'm not gonna go back to a video I made 3 months ago and check it.
No, that we call that giveaway I'm doing. One of the people on the day I made the throwaway video, like I got like a bunch of people asking about it, and then like this one person, I didn't even get their comment. I had to go back on my video and I saw it there. I was like, oh, okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, because I make a video before I even like say we're gonna do the live stream like you do, AmeskeOHJ. And this time I was like, there were so many people that were friends that I have on Twitter, and they're like, will you just send me a message on Twitter when you're gonna do a live stream? And I was like, sure. Yeah. So I sent out like a big thing on Twitter, and like I think half of them are on here now.
Oh yeah, who I probably should do that too, because who I think we would also be kind of a cool joinee, Lindsay Tutt.
Yeah, anyone, get them in here. Well, it's just the times and everything, if everyone can.
I think she's kind of somewhere in our time frame, at least, because I mean, I don't know, at least it seems like it.
Like, because right now I'm gonna have to hop off in like 20 minutes because I have to go to work. Yeah. But like, I'm good this time. From when did we get on? Like six-ish? 6?
What time is it for you?
It's 7:30 p.m. right now for me.
Okay, it's like 10:31 for me.
Yeah, AmeskeOHJ is an hour behind me, and you're 2 hours ahead of me because it's 9:30 right now.
Yeah, it's 7:30. But go ahead, Ameskeo.
Oh, where's your time zone?
I don't know. I don't even know the time zone. I live in California, but I don't know what the fuck the time zone is.
Like Pacific.
Yeah, Pacific. There we go.
I knew that. I was like, why do I want to say Cali? And then I was like, oh yeah, wait, I do know that.
Yeah, I live in a small townish. It's not that big, but it's really close to, if you know, like San Diego and LA. It's like an hour and a half away. Yeah, it's nice going over there, but it's I don't know. When I go over there, I usually just go to like the Barnes and Nobles and shit because I don't have one here, and then it's like, whoa, this is all super overpriced. I'll order this on Amazon or something.
Right. Oh man, me and AmeskeOHJ talked about that too. I told him how many times, like, before, like, if I wanted to go to Barnes and Noble, like, I had to go for like, some kind of other book, like a chapter book or something, because I was like ordering off of Right Stuff or whatever. I'd get in there and my head would instantly start saying, I can get this on Right Stuff for $5. I can get this on Right Stuff for $10.
Yeah,
I know that. I know that feeling.
Instead of sitting there and being like, I'm gonna pay how much for this book?
It's probably like what, 30% more, if anything, 40. Like, it's such a big deal. It's like, even when people say their whole like 2-for-1 sale, like a lot of that time, like that's barely even worth it. Like, honestly.
Yeah, they have right now. They have a Kodansha sale going. It's 2 buy 2 get 1 free. I can literally get the same amount on Right Stuff for the same price, like literally.
I think the Kodansha. I think if anything, if they have a yen press one, that might be worth it, because if it's yen press and it's like, say you get Silver Spoon and they retail for $11.99, which is only like $1 or $2 more than Right Stuff, or I think it's $12.99. But you buy 2 and you're gonna get 3. That's probably the only one where it's like a little bit worth it. You save like $6. But I don't think it's crazy. Like, Right Stuff, hands down, has the best sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even know how they fucking do it. Do you see that My Hero Academia sale where like all volumes are $5? How the fuck are they making money off that?
They're still doing right now, like the one that they're doing all week. Oh man. Yeah, that's crazy.
$5 for each volume. It's insane.
Like, how does stuff get all these manga for cheaper?
They're stealing them. I'm telling you, fucking cartel. They're fucking manga and anime cartel. They just roll up on stores.
Right. I need to ask him.
Bizarre since he lives near that Jingraves.
Ask who?
Go there and ask him. Huh?
Ask who?
Did you say Bizarre lived near where Right Stuff was?
No, Bizarre lives in Tennessee. Shifty lives in wherever that is.
Oh, ask him then. You can go investigate that.
Well, I told him whenever I travel around, I said, if I come up there, I said, you and I are totally going to Right Stuff, and we're going to knock on the door to their warehouse and say, hey, can we take a tour?
Can we take a tour? Knock one of the guards out. Just start filling the bags up. Start filling them up.
James Bond style.
They don't even have guards there, which is funny.
Imagine.
Do you watch the videos on YouTube where they show the whole warehouse and everything?
Oh no, I haven't seen. I think I have. Honestly, I don't remember that.
I watched the time one where they were like, back in the day, they were like, these are the shelves we used and everything was stacked up. We might have had like 10 volumes of each one, and then they show like all their stuff today, and they're like, and now we have to use a forklift to get to such and such volumes.
Yep.
I want to talk. Do you guys want to talk about the state of the community? I feel like with that whole Shueisha thing, you'd think the community would be going down, but I've been seeing more new people than like ever. Like you just search up like manga pickup, manga haul, and it's like a bunch of channels with they have barely started, and it's like damn, there's a lot of people getting into it.
See, and that was my only problem with some of the bigger people, like Third Gear and all them, like not branching out with that. I mean, because everybody was like, well, we just need to like look out for Swede, and I'm like, no, I said this isn't just about Insidious Swede. This is about all of us. Like, you know, if we, and that's why I started the community challenge, because you know there's so many different people that you can follow and like, and all have different ways of doing everything. That you know, it's better to follow everybody as a community. You know.
I asked late video if he would join, and he said he's been really busy. So, yeah, that's another thing too. You know.
Who?
I think I don't know. I just think how I see it is it's cool to make videos, and like how they say is like YouTubers are oftentimes narcissistic in a way where like they just want to be someone important. But we're making videos in a manga community, like we're never gonna be like big, you know, in the grand scope of things. We're never gonna be up there. So I just value the community more than having more subscribers than anyone else, because the community, it's fun talking to everyone and just like sharing your likes, your dislikes, why you don't like this, and especially like when we were talking about like how Seven Deadly Sins, how I don't really like it. We're not aggressive. I'm not telling you it's fucking trash. How dare you watch that? Like no, like I liked it too. It got to a point where I didn't like it. This is why I didn't like it. End of story. Like we have different opinions, different preferences. Doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
That's it. Like, and I feel like a lot of these people, like when you get really high up in the channels and stuff, you get this big head where you're like, oh, you're reading that? Like, dude, only read these. Like, only read these series. Everything else is trash.
Right.
Gear Third's podcast with Old Shaman.
Oh, I like those podcasts, but I feel like the same way. It's just like there's not necessarily a best manga list in a way. It's just your preference and like what you like. Yeah. But I do like their podcast. Their podcast is really fun.
Podcast too. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, they're fun to listen to. I'll just sit there and play them.
Maybe this will get made into a podcast. Ooh.
Maybe. I want to see it more like a community-based podcast, so of like different people coming in and out of just different take, because just the same old people like being on there. I don't know. I don't think that's too fun for me. I want something that's more interactive.
So let me ask both of y'all this, because me and Bizarre talked about it, and because I know like nobody knew how many I had for like the longest time. And I told Bizarre, he was like, you know, why didn't you like tell anybody like how many you had before? And I said, well, I wanted to establish a good friend group before I just threw out like a big video and like took over YouTube, you know? And yeah. And I was like, so, you know, coming from that and you guys both knowing like, hey, Jingraves is cool and everything, and then me throwing this out there and saying, hey guys, I have over 4,000 volumes, like,
dude, I would have been your friend either way. It doesn't really matter to me.
You were like, Jingraves.
Yeah, I just think I think with you you can't make a manga collect like with your you can't make a manga collection video. Like you legit have to make a manga tour video. Like it's a different scope. Like I think about when I had 1,000 plus volumes, like that those videos are almost an hour long. You have 4,000, like holy fuck, it's gonna be a tour. You're gonna have to hire someone, get your brother, like, come on in, let's start talking and shit.
Right. Or split it up into parts like, hey, this is gonna be a 4-part video. Thanks for watching.
Dude, you should just do a live stream for your tour.
I'd have to carry the computer around with me though.
Yeah, just do a video. That's gonna be crazy. You're legit. You have to do it in 4 parts, right? 1,000 each part. 1,000 volumes each part.
Well, today I did another pre-order of stuff, and I found out I was at 41.51.
You need it. I'm not gonna do my collection until it's not even about volumes. Like I'm not even waiting to catch up with anything. I want to have everything, every single volume in my collection, at least like 75-80% of my collection read, and then do a video, because I've been binging video as of recently. I've seen all these videos, but I'm just like rewatching collection videos, and the people who have like 1,000 plus volumes or like 1,500 plus or something like that, half the time it's like, I have this series, never read it. Next one is like, this one, oh, I read it. Next one, haven't read it. I'm just like, I want my video to be like, I've read everything. Like, this is really good. This wasn't. This isn't good.
That's why I have it split up where this is my TBR, because I want to have everything like, this is everything I've read, you know. That way I can be like, I can't comment on these and tell you how they are, but I can tell you how those are.
Yeah, I can show you what they look like, at least.
Yeah.
And what I've heard.
Right now sitting at 2.
Have you seen Case Closed? Yeah, I haven't read this ever. Oh, don't mind the bookmark. No.
You're at 2. What are you at, Ameskio? How many volumes?
238, I believe.
God, you're growing quick. 230. Pretty soon you'll be at 300.
Yeah.
And have you done a video? Have you done a video collection? You have, right?
Yeah. You did one back when you had like 200, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was around that time. No. Actually, it was pretty new. Actually, I did a collection in September. I think it was the beginning of September. I did one. And I couldn't. I had to make it so fast. Like I was talking every single volume, like jabbering like crazy, because I didn't want to have it too long, because I didn't want it to like tell me YouTube tell me it's too long, we can't upload it, you know.
Oh, you have that? You have that on your channel? It tells you that?
It's up.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I forgot after. When did they get rid of that? Because I can upload whatever long video I want.
Oh, you can? Okay, I didn't know that.
It's after a certain mark. You have to hit something, I'm assuming. And I don't know if it's a subscriber goal or if it's a view goal or something, but it gets removed after something. You have to do, I'm not sure. Or maybe you have to click on something, honestly. It might be just a little switch.
I have no idea, because I mean that video we did the other day was almost like getting like over 2.5 hours or whatever. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
I actually was gonna have I was supposed to get around 300 by January, but because one manga came out of my collection, I'm not gonna talk about because I can't talk about it right now. But another manga that I had, well, it was Berserk, obviously. Now I'm getting the hardcover, so it takes out like almost like 10 of my volumes. So I'm kind of back.
Right. Your life on your volume collection is like this. Like it goes back and forth all the time, because like you're like, I'm gonna get you know, I'm getting from
hectic this far.
You're like, I'm getting from Barnes and Noble, and then you're like, wait, everything Jingraves said about Right Stuff is finally clicking. I am totally getting from Right Stuff. And then they come out with all these hardcover books you want, and it's like a kick to the balls, because you're like, now I have to spend almost what I was spending before to get these hardcovers.
Well, it's not like a lot of hardcovers. It's mostly just like this one and Berserk and which I was getting. So it's just those 3 right now.
Oh, Ameskio, to get longer videos, all you have to do is like go on your channel or something, and it says you have to verify your Google account, and it's some shit like that. And then from there, you might. I was about
to say, because I don't think I have a membership thing on here either. I don't know.
Next Thursday has over 300 volumes.
Nice. I think I saw Stump's video. Did he do one? When did he do a collection video? I've seen like all the collection videos. They're like my fucking bread and butter.
You know else I get mixed up in video wise a lot? I get Stumps mixed up with. I think his name is I can't remember his name. He talks with Gear Third in his podcast. I can't remember his name though. Not Old Shaman, it's another guy.
You told me the name. It's like Shrug.
Yeah, Shrug
Pod. There we go. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Mixed up all the time. Like I get you with Manga Kid. I get,
Dude, I didn't even know who Manga Kid was until you told me.
Yeah, me neither. I just found out a couple like a month ago or something.
Really? I think I had Manga Kid on there. Like I was one of his like first 5 subscribers. I was like, hey man, I'm subscribing to you. What's up?
And of course, everybody makes the big misstep with like Mr. Stuger Senpai and Insidious Swede because they're literally so much alike.
Right.
I got them mixed up so many times when I first started watching.
I almost get mixed up all the time, depending. Like if I'm going through videos, if I don't like see your face or see like what I usually see, like with you and ToasterCat, where you have like the black bookshelves with like the DBZ pops around it, or like the regular ones that ToasterCat has, I'm like, who is this? Because I don't even look at names like anymore. I'm like, oh, a manga video, click. And then I'll realize who I'm watching. I'll be like, oh, yeah, this is my buddy. Hey, what's up?
Yeah. So who have you guys been, what new channels have you guys been watching lately? Like who's your newest channel?
Hold up. Let me figure this out.
Hold on. Click. Subscribe back to AmeskeOHJ. It's you, AmeskeOHJ.
Oh, hold
no,
on.
I'm subscribed to AmeskeOHJ. The problem I'm having, this is so stupid, is I am subscribed to you guys, but I've been using YouTube for so long, like not just even like uploading, I mean like just watching it, that the whole bell thing I just isn't in my nature. So I'll hit subscribe, but then that makes it, for me, I don't hit the bells because that makes it even more like worthwhile. Like the fact that I think about you, like, oh, I wonder if AmeskeOHJ has uploaded a video, so I'll type in your name, search it, and be like, all right, he's uploaded something. Cause I just never click that bell. Like I'm not used to it.
Yeah,
I don't ever click the bells either. I just like scroll down until I realize like the videos I've already seen, and I'll start scrolling back up, and I'll try and like tag everything.
Yeah, I have to. Well, for me, is I'm subscribed to so many channels that it's better for me to have notifications on. And that way, I also.
You guys both subscribe to Stumps? He's at all right. I just subscribed to him because it's like he said he wants to hit 50, and I was like, damn, he's at 49 after I subscribed. That sucks.
We're actually we're not really competing, but we should be competing for subscribers because we get around the same amount. He has I just jumped up ahead of him a little bit because of you. So
okay, there we go. Then I'm gonna give him a shout out. Then let's level the playing field. Yeah, I'll do another one of the videos.
Oh man,
we gotta have a little bit of a sub competition going on there. It's fun.
That's horrible.
I don't know. With the whole recently, that's why I really like the community and stuff, because recently with the videos that I've been doing and everything, like the views have been going up, but you just get into this weird place where it's like, oh, I really want to get 100 views on the first day. That would be cool. And then once you hit that, it's like, well, now I want 200. And it's just that cycle is never going to end. It's like no matter what, you can get more, but it's like, I don't like it. I just prefer the community and stuff, like talking to people.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, me and Stumps we're pretty small right now. That's why we kind of compete. I mean, once I get to 100, 200, I won't care as much because I'll basically have 100, 200 people, and that's pretty cool. But right now I don't really it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, with it how it is, it's like okay, you upload a video and it gets 1,000, 2,000 views. Like that's what I look at. It's like cool. It has a lot of clicks. Yeah. Like I look at the comments and stuff and how active the community is with that. So it's like that's really important. And
well, for me, when it comes to the views, though, it means I have more people I can talk to, which is kind of cool because being a small subscriber, I don't have a ton of people who comment. So it's like when they comment, it's like, oh yeah, I can go back and comment through them because That's why
I feel you.
I get bigger. I don't care as much because
that's the other thing that I really like that came out of the community challenge thing was like, I wasn't subscribed to Stumps before until AmeskeOHJ said something about him. I wasn't subscribed to Lohali until ToasterCat said something about him. Like, I'm getting like there's some of them I've already had, but like then I'll get like a notification from somebody else, like Lindsay Tutt or somebody, and they'll be like, "Man, I didn't know this person existed. Thanks for like giving him a shout out." And I feel the same way. I'm like, man, I totally like getting these other people because we do have so many other people that are joining the community, and you're getting kind of the whole like people's like first impressions of them like first reading a manga instead of like I would say old timers. Old timers meaning like how many you have, like, and they're like, I've read so much manga that I'm just going to be a snob about half of these other ones, and I'm going to sell them all. And some other people I feel like are that way.
Yeah, I get you.
If there's not a good reason, obviously. But I mean, there's so many of the new people, like you said, that a lot of us like would know about it if one of us didn't catch them and then give them a shout out.
Man,
how I see it crazy? Too, yeah. What happened to Amesca?
I just realized I've been on this because I looked at my manga house. I've been on this on YouTube for 5 months now, so it's been, I can't believe it's been 5 months already.
Whatever, you were up to that before that.
Oh yeah, Star Wind and Hawking. Oh my god.
Yeah, I guess how I see it too is like I don't see the bigger channels doing shout outs because you can tell why they don't do it or why they don't talk is because they want to be on top. They see this as like a competition.
Yeah.
And I just think that's so bad. That's so toxic. Why not? When I gave Amaskio, when I gave Lohali, like they both were so happy because Lohali literally jumped. He had like 30 subscribers and he went to like 60. And Amaskio, in one day you gained like 10. And it's like I don't lose anything.
He gained like 15, 16 people because me and him were like texting each other. I was like, man, I just checked your channel. You got 13, and then he texted me back, man, I just checked it too. I got 15. Like we were like doing that, and it was so funny. And it wasn't me getting subscribers; it was AmeskeOHJ, and we were just like so excited to say, man, you got so many subscribers.
It's like it's like I'm losing anything. Like people think you're losing, so it's like, oh, but they're gonna grow, they're gonna get bigger, and then they're gonna take over. It's like, what? What do you mean? You don't lose anything. You get the community stronger. You build the community together, and then at the end of the day, it's like it's just a number. Who cares? You're not We're not. No one's making money off this. No one's fucking whatever.
Right. Because like, and I really, if somebody ever made a video like that said I have like so many subscribers, I'd be like,
everyone would think you're a dick. You're a piece of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if they did that, I'd be like, do you really want to like say that to me? Because you realize I have more manga than most of the people in our community, but you don't see me sitting there like trying to be like I'm this big bad guy, like I'm the king.
But with like Insidious Sweet, because he's heads, it's kind of funny because like I mean, it might be cool to be on top, but look at him, he just got like a whole bunch of like copyright.
And let's be honest here, it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm not meaning to talk shit or anything, but Insidious Sweet and like how you said you can't differentiate between Insidious and what's his name, Mr. Studio Senpai. It's because like it's so they're so generic, It's like you're just doing like the same thing. You put your camera behind the bookshelf. You're not even editing anything in. It's like, yeah, you took off. Your channel took off. It's a lot of the time it's just perseverance and luck. It's not like you're doing something crazy. A little bit of both.
It's time. Like because Bazaar asked me about subs because me and him are pretty close to it, and he's like, you started after me, and you have so many over, and so we'll like watch each other's, and when we go up, if we go down we'll send a message to each other and be like, you went down, I went up too.
You guys are like
do something stupid like that. Like it's so funny, having that happen, but it's so much like that. And I was like, there's different things that I've changed on my channel because I wanted to basically like be a better friend or have a better role in the community instead of, guys, I'm that one guy that has 4,000. What's his name again? Yeah, I can't remember. You know, he's just like yeah. Or like the movie with Bernie Mac in it, Mr. 3000. Like he was trying to get 3,000, and that's what he went by. And then at the end of it, he found out like, hey, if I'm more of a family man and have friends and all this, then me being Mr. 2,999 is fine. You know.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know. I didn't have anything to say about that. Go ahead, Ameskio. I said yeah.
I'm just checking, say like you're not late or anything like that, but you still good on time?
Yeah, I'm a bounce in like 5 minutes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we'll get done here. We might go like 10 minutes over. Ameskio, me.
Yep. But yeah, we have a lot of people talking tonight. I'm surprised. The only person I was kind of hoping would join, but you know, he's always working, was Bizarre. You know, I haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. We can't get Bizarre in here, huh?
My phone died, so I can't see any comments.
Is Bizarre like super busy with work, or what's up? Or is his time zone? What's his time zone like?
Yeah,
I want to get him in here.
He's on the same time zone as AmeskeOHJ.
Yeah, he works at night, doesn't he?
He just works like late hours all the time too, though.
Yeah, that sucks. Damn, I'd want to get him in here.
Right.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying to Jingraves before, we should try a Sunday live stream, so because that always seems to be the best day for everybody, you know.
Oh yeah, maybe you'd have to do it after my catch-up one.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm good on Sundays because I get out. Usually when you start that live stream, I'm just getting out of work. But even then, like with my job, like I could literally say you guys are wanting to do it right now. I could do it on my phone and just talk to you guys with what I do. Like I'm not gonna get in trouble or anything. But yeah, it was cool. But yeah, I just hope I hope this community grows and everything. We can start focusing on more of the positive, because people tend to shit on things too much. You know, it's like, who cares? Read what you want to read.
Oh, sometimes.
Let's get Stumps to fucking 50. What's going on? Let me see if I can gain him that one more subscriber.
I have 55 right now.
Anybody watching right now, if you're not subscribed to Stumps, he needs one more. Just go to his channel. Now, we might be, I don't think we can be upset if we get 2 more people that subscribe to him, but it'll be kind of weird. We're just trying to get to 50.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was I gonna say?
Oh, there's Bizarre. Yo, Bizarre. Speaking of
my
the
phone
devil,
would be dead with this.
I was gonna say Bizarre always pops in at some point in the video.
Oh, there we go. We got Spring Sarah. There we go. Let's get that 50. We should do that in every live stream. Like, pick someone out. They make videos. Like, yo, go subscribe to this person.
Yeah. You guys watch she doesn't do very many videos, but I like watching her videos because she has like a great like whole bookshelf setup as Simply G. You guys watch hers?
Yeah. I think I watch her something. I like, her setup's really nice, really aesthetically pleasing, which is like horrible for me because I'm like so unorganized and like a fucking slob. You know, I wish I could have that
pristine.
Yeah, pristine. The cutesy vibe, you know, the cutesy girly shit, even though it's not necessarily. But you know, you get the feel.
Well, her bookshelves isn't terribly girly. It just has a lot of figures and like it has these really weird like just like shapes and things and sizes. It's so interesting, like the cubby holes and everything. They're just so weird, cool.
Oh no, I was talking about like her like thumbnails and stuff. You know, it's like always like bright colors and whatnot. And it's like you could tell she puts care and time into their videos, and that's really nice and really.
I knew how to do that.
It's easy. It's time, just a little software. It's easy.
Yeah. Well, you know, like I told you earlier about somebody making me an opening. I told him, I said, hey man, I was like, you know, I said, will you like make me other stuff? I said, like, I'll just like let you like edit my video or whatever, and like I said, don't do anything.
I told you a long time ago I could do that for you if you wanted me to. I can make you intros and everything. I have my editor and everything. I just gotta send it to you.
Yeah, but I was like, I know, but he's like he works like across like the hallway from me, so
Oh, yeah. I get that. That makes more sense.
So it's a little easier. Like if I need to say, hey, I'm coming over to your house on the weekend, I'm not driving 12 hours to come see you. I gotta come see you for 10 minutes. I'm driving 12 hours.
I can just send you the video like through like a email or something like that if you wanted me to.
Hey, it's he hit 50, guys. There we go.
Bam, stumps. There you go.
There you go. Giveaway. Now we helped the community, dude. We got him to 50, and now he's gonna do giveaway, and that's gonna help someone in the community, and then it's just a cycle. There you go.
Now,
right.
Keep it going.
Good vibes. I mean, isn't that the good thing that comes out of all of it anyway?
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's just that cycle of like, that's why I like doing so many giveaways, because somebody's like, you do a lot of giveaways. I said, I do. And they're like, why do you do so many giveaways? I said, because I like to give people manga.
But Toaster, tomorrow's giveaway, and this is for you too, Stumps. Well, maybe I shouldn't say. I'll wait till tomorrow. I don't want to talk about it till tomorrow now because I don't.
I was like, are you trying to give people my giveaway, AmeskeOHJ? I'm gonna
no.
I'm gonna win it.
But I was gonna say no, not that because there are three people who basically joined like at one and like one you guys I think it was you two and like one other person who joined it like kind of I don't know somebody else too, but I kind of decide on the person, and it's a bit. I don't mean to be because he's kind of a newbie. Like he just started manga, so I think I'm gonna go give it to him. Is just this time? Is that okay,
that's
guys?
No. It's completely up to you. But that's like the best person you can give it to. If someone's just barely starting, if anything, yeah. If you could, people could lie about it, obviously. But it'd be the best if you could ask like, yo, how many mangas do you have? Someone has 1,000, and this person has 5. Who do you think it's really gonna impact more? The guy with 5. So, but obviously people online could lie and be like, I don't have any at all, and then you'd give it to them. But if he really just barely started and everything, like that's the best person you can give it to.
Right.
And he commented like a bunch of my videos too. Like he commented on a bunch of like
I really Bizarre really talked about this already. When you made the video about me and him being the only two that were on there, and we already knew what you were giving away was Goblin Slayer, and I already own it. And I told him, I said, I just want AmeskeOHJ to do the drawing, and if I win, I'm just going to say AmeskeOHJ, give it to Bizarre, because I already have it. I just wanted you to do the drawing,
Yeah. But now, of course, I kind of have it set because it was only like 4 people, 2 of which are you two, which are the big heads who already kind of have the kind of everything. And then, of course, there was Toaster and I think Stumps. Then I figured, then there was last person who had like hardly any, and I was like, well, why not try to do that? And then like maybe next giveaway when I have my 100 sub giveaway, I can
really how I do it is I try and do it to like new people if they're there, or if I know what manga I've already gotten, I try and whittle it down to, if you already have it, then you're probably not getting the same one again, So I try and, like, if you and ToasterCat are in it and it's for iShield 21, well, ToasterCat has it, so I would almost ult and give it just to you,
Yeah. That's good though. Giveaways are great.
Yeah. And it's kind of the only thing I don't like about it though is that I can't, like, it's expensive to like do a worldwide.
That's what I was gonna tell you. Make sure the winner's in the U.S. Make sure he's here. Do not, dude. It's not worth it, dude. It's way too much money.
Did you not look at the thing that I was telling you about the flat rate box?
No. What you do, Ameskio, when you're gonna mail it to him, just get a box. Like you can go to Walmart. They're like 50 cents or whatever. Make sure you tape it, whatever, and you mail it as media mail. So you put on the box media mail, and then when they weigh it, because that's books. It's books, DVDs, and other stuff. It's literally gonna cost you $3.50 for 2 volumes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
If they're in the U.S. Flat rate boxers are like $6 or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The media mail, if it's books, it's like always the best, especially when you're shipping manga. Like that's what you go with. And it's make sure when you go up there to the post office person, you're like, I'm shipping this as media mail. Write it down. Have your address. Have the recipients. They're like, all right. They scan it. They're gonna give you a receipt. At the bottom, it's gonna have the tracking number, and just send it to the guy and be like, yo. But it's not like you're selling it, so you really don't have to provide the tracking number. Like, good faith that's gonna get there.
Because that's how I did mine. Was I sent them in the flat rate boxes,
Yeah.
10
And I was
stumps.
like, man, if I'm sending these, like, I'm gonna stack it to the gills, you know, because I want as much stuff in there to make it worth my while when I send it, you know. Like all this, like all the stuff AmeskeOHJ got in his giveaway box. Like I was sitting there, like stuffing everything in the box, trying to make sure it was in there. And I was like,
yeah.
I did the, and you know, and then the other thing is if I'll do like the drawing ahead of time. That way, like I know who it is before I go on and tell everybody. And whenever I do that, I'll try and like I do two things. I either cater the giveaway to the person I'm sending it to, if it's like a friend and I know like you like. So like the one I sent Shifty, I found a little figure that was like a Ken and Ryu little figure, and Shifty likes video games. I was like, okay, well I'm gonna send this little figure with it. Or the other thing I do is I try and cater it to something I would like. So that's why everybody got like the Pokemon buttons and the over the garden wall buttons and all that other stuff, you know. And I always write people a letter. You
That's
know,
the
just
best right there, the letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I mean, I could go buy a volume of manga or whatever, but like you know, I have letters from Danny and Lindsay Tutt that when they sent me their giveaway stuff that I have hanging on the wall, like it was an award from, you know, like a award I got from somewhere and hung it on the wall, you know.
I have your letter still from the last.
Oh, we should. You know what we should do then? This December we should do a Secret Santa for manga community, everyone in the U.S. And then it would do like a $20, 25 or whatever, do a limit, and then everyone just do a drawing, and then you fucking send people the box of whatever inside. That'd be cool. Great. And then we'd all make videos on it.
What was the what do you put in the box again?
It's media mail, so MEDIA, and then mail.
For like the Secret Santa Claus, like what would you do?
We could do anything but manga related, if anything, because since we're the manga community.
Yeah. Anything that you want, just, you know, like $20. You just spend like that much.
Okay. Well, you should let me think. Who would I like to be Secret Santa to?
Well, the only thing what we should do though before we do that, everyone should be obligated to do an updated like collection video, so you don't send them something they already have. So it's like, hey, write down or show me what you guys have, or else we'll buy you like a duplicate.
Have like one person be like the mediator over like all of it, and have them like just be out of it, I guess, and say, hey, you know, I asked such and such if they had this manga. They do, you know, so you can ask them like, hey, do they have such and such manga? And then you can kind of go from there.
Yeah, that'd be cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump on out of here. I gotta go to work.
All right.
All right.
Man.
Catch you later.
Great.
Catch you later.
See like in 2 weeks or whatever. How long you think?
Whenever we do it again.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Sunday. I'm down for Sunday.
I'll down Sunday.
Liquid
somebody else, you know, if I don't get there on Sunday, you know, you guys just like can find me stumps. See if he'll join you.
Or whoever else. Yeah. All right then. Later, guys.
All right. Stay safe. That's so weird.
Okay. Well, that was cool. Got 3 people on here.
Yeah.
Lots of new things to talk about.
Right, my phone died, so I can't see anything that anybody said. So
I can tell you the last thing somebody said was stumps. And he says I can do it Sunday. There we go. I'll try to get it if I can make it. I'm pretty sure I'd be able to.
Yeah. I'll just try and keep like the ketchup one at, you know.
Yeah. Maybe we can get Miggs on there too. We should message him and see if he'll if he wants to try to get on that too, because he was on our last stream. He was on our last what do you call it?
Yeah, I just started like getting different people's phone numbers because Danny actually told me there's this app called WhatsApp, and instead of like how me and you can text, and it's basically like free. If I was going to text like over there, it would cost me something.
Okay.
And so WhatsApp lets you do it for free, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's why I got that, and I've talked to Elias today and Danny, and
me and Elias, we chat a lot on Instagram, and that's what we usually do our stuff on.
I totally forget about Instagram all the time.
I just post my pictures up there. I don't use it I use it a lot more than Twitter, I think, as of right now. But I've been getting to Twitter. Actually, Twitter's pretty cool.
Yeah, right. Especially with all those cool polls that that one guy does.
Yeah, who does?
That one guy, what's his name? Jingraves.
Oh my goodness, you mean yourself?
I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah, I did a poll for that video, and I was like, I was gonna let the Snorlax go, but I didn't know if I want to actually like go in there and be all weird with the Manga Hall, which is one of these big videos. I was like, I don't know if I want to go in there and just be. I felt a little shy, so I was like, I don't want to. I just gonna throw it, and I'll just I'll just say I just did it there.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't want to. Because I'm being weird most of my videos. My hauls are really, they get they get a lot of people who I have no idea who they are, and so it's kind of.
I think like in manga, well, like the only one that I can think of that really does it is One Piece, but they do like a little story like at the beginning of every chapter.
Yeah.
It's like one scene, but it'll be like the beginning of the next 7 volumes is like the whole story for that. It's like a mini story they do.
Yes, some says how do you guys live stream? Well, what we'll do is you have to get like if you have a phone or if you have a computer, you get to the Hangouts or you download the Hangouts app, and we'll just call you, and you just join in from there. I use my phone. He uses his laptop.
Yeah, I mean, you want to try it right now? Like, what's your email?
Remember, we're live right now, so it won't work until after we go off and we don't go live.
I mean, it might. I don't know because we haven't tried it yet. Yet.
And then Danny says I can do a live stream too on Sunday. I'm not at work. I'm just a whole different time zone. Then you go. There you go. There's Danny too. Everybody, we can get Migs in here. Awesome.
There's gonna be so many people.
Yeah. Well, if it does get too big, like I can always take a step back because I've been in every single live stream, and I like watching. It's kind of fun.
We can do the crap.
What?
I keep trying to remember what it's called, and all I can think of is Dexter's Lab. They play D&D, and then they do like that mystery person, and it's like, player 1, what would you do? Da 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 da.
Dungeons and Dragons.
It's on that episode with Dungeons and Dragons. It's like after that. It's supposed to be like some kind of dating game, but I mean, you could totally have questions and be like, ask somebody a question and be like, AmeskeOHJ. So, what's your favorite manga? And then go to like the next person, ToasterCat. So, when did you buy your first manga? Like you randomly like pick somebody and you like go down the line.
Oh, dude, I have a good idea for live stream in the future. We should do it on Sunday. We should do a manga. Never have I ever. Everybody just brings their own alcohol.
I pass. No. Ooh, you know what would be really good?
Huh?
You get a pool of like all the manga that people know or their anime that they know of, and you make questions for it, and you get points for it.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Like
I will lose that game.
AmeskeOHJ, what is the crap? What is it called? The Keki Genkai. What type of Keki Genkai does Ken Kaneki have?
Ken Kaneki?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Keke Genkai. He doesn't have a Keke Genkai. Doesn't he have? I mean, he has what do you call it? Not Keke Genkai because Keke Genkai was from Naruto. It's
then yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Kagune, something like that. Not Kagune.
Yeah, Kagune. That's what it is.
Kagune. There we go.
What kind of type of Kagune does he have?
It's like a centipede, something like that. I don't know.
I know, but like, is it how they have like the certain name for it?
I forgot what they call them though. I have to look into it. I think there's ones with like tails, one with like 4 things from other bags.
Yeah, but like you do that and you give them like an A, B, C, or D like answer, and then if they answer it right, they get the question.
Yeah. Danny D says I'd be terrible at trivia.
I don't know how I would do it trivia. I honestly don't.
Oh, some says I guess. What? My track on my phone is kind of like best try it. Oh, okay. At least try it. There you go. There's like a crack on my phone right where the beginning of the word is. I can't see what the heck it was saying.
Right, mine's dead, or I'd totally look at all that.
Yeah, you have a charger. You can just plug it in the charger. So I have both my phones right now are on chargers.
I don't have any chargers in the room with me, so.
But yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. So what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So are you going to be you're getting opossums next month, right?
I'm getting what?
Opossums next month. APOSIMZ. It's from the
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, it does come out next month. Okay.
Okay. Stump says he'll join the stream on Sunday. So there's that.
Heck yeah.
What time was it for you? So if for you, what time would it be? It would be like central. So what time would you want to join or start up?
I have to do the ketchup one first, so that will probably be like 10 or 11
in the morning.
Yeah, that's usually when I started. It's pretty early in the morning.
Okay. So like you want it. So for me, it would be around like 11 or 12. Okay.
Yeah, so then late noon would kind of be when it would start, I guess. Where does Stumps live?
Stumps, I think he lives in my time zone. I'm not sure. I think he lives in my time zone. I'm not sure though.
It's like 10:15 here. Stumps, where are you at?
Here.
He said what?
11:16 here for me, and not for him, for me.
Right.
He says, yeah, he didn't say anything. Oh, he says, Oklahoma. So I don't know. I think he's.
So you're either going to be like on the same time zone as me, or an hour ahead, or an hour behind.
Oh, so he's not an hour. She's on your. Oh, what time is it right now for you, Stumps? How about that? Just do that. Just say that. Well, what time is it for you right now?
Yeah, because I live in Arkansas and it's 10:15 here.
10:16 p.m. So yeah, he's in your time zone.
Okay. Bam. There we go. I'm coming to see Stumps.
What time zone is Bizarre on?
Yours?
Oh, that's what I figured. So it's him and what's his name? What's his name? The other guy. I keep forgetting his name. The other guy who's on my time zone as well, who lives near that right stuff.
Oh no, he lives in my time zone. Shifty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to mention something, but I forgot what it was already. I had it in my mind. I was like, what was the thing I want to mention? Oh, hey, by the way, do you talk to that boy Dario anymore?
That boy Dario.
He's a manga tuber, but he kind of stopped. I don't know what. I was trying to figure out what happened with that.
I think so. I mean, I talked to everybody a little bit, but I mean, you never know. Like Kadon earlier, like I was saying, if his channel got eaten or not.
I've never seen Kadon's channel. I have no idea I never knew who was before, and I couldn't even find the Steezy website you talked, or his new one you told me about. I don't know where that is either.
If you go on to Steezy, you have to scroll like halfway down the YouTube page to find him. But he's got a
this coming Sunday, Stumps. So like, yeah, this coming Sunday.
I feel weird not knowing what they're saying.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I'm getting every single one of them that they say. Every time they say something, I got it. I got every single one. But yeah, Stumps is talking, and he says 10:16 and PM, and yeah. So, anything else you want? Let's any more topics you want to talk about before we leave? Anything? Trying to get more. I know I have more. I just can't think of it right
now. Yeah, I had some, but I can't remember what they are at the moment. Give me 1 second.
29th. 29th. Yeah, I think that's 29th, right? Let me see here.
What?
Yeah, 9th. What?
The Sunday?
That's the wait. Hold on, what time is it? I
The
think it's
29th
30th.
is like tomorrow.
It's the 30th.
Oh no, it is the 20th. Yeah, it's the well no, it's not the 30th, it's the 1st.
It is? Sunday?
Yeah. Yeah. Cuz
Today's the
September
20th.
only has 29.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. It's the first, really? Oh,
Yeah.
my manga challenge is coming close to a head.
It will be in October. Woo!
Um, I feel bizarre. I probably won't do a long-term full-month manga challenge ever again. It's great, but like at the same time, it's not as. I wish I would have done like a whole weekend where I just kind of read right through the whole weekend. Just it just was a lot. I don't know. I kind of run out of steam a little bit in that past week
What
or
were
so.
you trying to do? Like read as much as you could or what?
It was the challenge was read a volume a day, but like because I have so much manga I have to read plus it's new for me. It's kind of like
Yeah.
ah.
If I were you, next time I would totally do it the way that I do it. I always give people an option if they wanted to do it like in a day, if you want to read one every day. But for me, I'm not going to be able to do that because I read so much. So if I told you I was going to read one a day, I'm,
Oh,
I'm
Danny D said it's
probably
actually the 30th because the first is on Monday. I thought so. So there's 30 days, I guess. I'll look at my calendar. Huh.
Pixar didn't happen.
Well, either way, it's Sunday. It's this coming Sunday. So either way, yeah, I'll I'll figure
It's
it.
the next
Yeah.
day that starts with an S and ends with a Y. Well, no, there's a Saturday. Never mind.
Oh,
It's the next day that starts with a sun and ends with a Y. There we go.
Sunday.
The 1,000-year sunny.
Thousands years.
Yeah,
Where's
well,
it
it's
go?
just called the 1,000 sunny.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do that on Sunday. Let me think. Anything else to talk about? Oh yeah, the Snorlax is free. Get out of here.
Oh no, where did he go?
he flew right here by the bottom of my bookshelf. He's got a whole loop around me.
Oh, upset.
Okay, so any last things? Just anything else you gotta say before we gotta go?
Man, I'm just gonna tell you, don't ever start reading anything and then take a break from it because it's a pain in the butt to catch up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't do that. I'm too OCD for that. I would rather completely break out on my challenge than have to deal with the manga where I'm like so far behind that that's just my
Hey, hey, what's in the corner on your bookshelf up there?
the pink thing or the big black thing or
Yeah,
the two of them.
the thing that looks like a robot.
Oh, it's actually this I was at a secondhand store. It was like a secondhand resale store, and they had like this 80s, 70s, like one of those kind of walking ones where you have a remote, whatever, and they kind of walks or whatever. That was
Oh
kind of
yeah,
cool. It looks very 70s, very old retro, and I was like, that was kind of cool. It was like really cheap, so got it and I put it up there. It looked kind of cool. I like buying old things once in a while that look kind of like you know cool like
right.
that. So, and then I got
I like seeing stuff and picking it out.
yeah, I also got my pig up there. Looks kind of like that one pig from Seven Deadly Sins, Hawk.
Yeah,
And then my yeah, I don't know. There's lots of stuff up there. I call it my nostalgia shelf because I have all my old stuff
yeah,
on there, like old figures and old like I have like what else? I have a old Power. Those Power Ranger have you watched Power Rangers before?
yes,
They had these like old like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, like their heads flipped, press the button and it flipped around.
yeah.
I had like old an old one of that, like a Billy, I think, up there that I just put up there for nostalgia. It's just all that stuff. It's that kind of
That's
stuff. I
funny.
just kind of throw it up there.
You should be like, woo,
Anyone else saying?
woo.
Okay, so guys, if you have anything else to say, let us know now. We're gonna leave in a second. So, anything else you have to say? Goodbye, hi, anything you have to say? Any
Right.
topics?
Then we're gonna have to ask each other a weird question before we go, and I don't know what that's gonna be.
So, I'm gonna give you to the count of like 30.
That's a long time. Why can't
Okay,
we
I'm gonna
just
give
do?
you to the count of like 15.
10. The count of 10.
Okay, go ahead. You count down then. I'm not going to.
How am I supposed to count it out?
I don't know. Anyways, commenting, so I think we're probably good.
San, shi,
all right.
go, jo, ju,
oh, somebody said it was
roku.
Stumps. He says giveaway tomorrow. Yay! Yeah. Yeah. You guys all know who it's going to though now, so it's kind of like I kind of wish I could
video. Since you're doing this giveaway, how do you feel about your first giveaway? Thoughts and impressions?
It's pretty cool. 25 subs. I should have just done 50 because I'm 50 now. It's it's initially nothing. I haven't done it yet. I have the items over there, but I'm gonna write a letter and everything, and I'll probably throw in something. I don't know what I throw in, but yeah, just throw in like a welcome to the manga community sort of like thing. Make yourself a channel, just like give them all kinds of like hints of how to make a YouTube channel, or whatever. I don't know.
Right. Almost be like so nice that they don't even want to be a manga tuber. Hey, do you need this volume of manga? Yeah, sure.
Oh,
you need this other volume? Oh my god. What?
Sierra says yes. I don't know what that's too, but anyway. All right. Well, we'll talk to you guys for Sunday, and after that, we'll come back again on Thursday after this next Thursday or Tuesday or whatever that day is you want to do it on.
Right.
All right.
So, anyway, I'm I'm Jingraves. Sorry about that.
You're not AmeskeOHJ.
And that's
if anything, you'll be your UBSA J. If anything. You get
side note before we leave. So if you and I had a fusion, what would it be called?
Your KO, your KOJ. Let me see here. I'm mad. I don't know how you'd say it.
Ojin. There you go. It's almost like Ojin.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later. It's cool.
All right. For anybody else that's watching, so we're done with the show. Wink. Thanks for watching. Like I said, I'm AmeskeOHJ, and that's Jingraves.
Oh no, I'm AmeskeOHJ. Just kidding.
Oh well, then I'm Jingraves, and I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching our show, and yeah, hopefully this doesn't take from your regular announcement.
Danny says I'm going to bed now.
What?
Danny says I'm going back to bed now. Good night.
Night.
I'll be going to bed here soon
but
too.
Thanks for your letting us disturb your local broadcast thingy. And,
all right, guys. We'll see you next time.
We'll catch you later. Thanks.
AmeskeOHJ over and out. See ya.
Bye. I'm Jingraves, your neighborhood tatted otaku. See ya. So while he's not here, let's talk about him behind his back. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye.